on the call. Royals and Icemen. Our coverage on Flow Sports, our Mixler streaming app, and our in-arena broadcast on 99.3 FM, presented by our friends at Dabble Dental, visual dentist of the Royals. Mason Primo, the 6'5" forward, will skate across the blue line. Shot on Vernon and smothers hole. The opening shot of the game applied by the son of former NHL standout Wayne Primo and the nephew of former Philadelphia Flyers captain Keith Primo. It's a shot on the son of Mike Vernon. It's Matt Vernon in goal for the Icemen tonight with a record on the season of 13-4-2-1. He has won each of his last 2 starts. He has backstopped the point in each of his last 9 appearances in goal. The former Royal in the 22-23 campaign, in which he suffered a regulation loss and a shootout loss. Last time we saw Vernon, he was here in this barn in Ally colors. Tonight, he's in the enemy sweater. The white tops with the white helmets, the black pants and gloves with the navy blue numbers on the backs and sleeves for Jacksonville. Second place in the North, or the South Division. Jacksonville in the Eastern Conference standing tied for first with a record of 21-12, 2-1. A puck played around the near end. Robbie Stucker back to retrieve for Reading. And a puck behind the net of Ty Taylor. Fent out to the blue line. Swatted down by Jacksonville. Held in at the line by Carter Allen, a fourth-year pro. Last season, overseas in the Elite Ice Hockey League. Puck poked away. Matt Brown has it. 2-1 for Reading. Brown, right wing side. Tucks it forehand. Shot on goal. Trickling toward the goal line. Vernon holds on by the mere inches. Denies the speedy Matt Brown. Kept it nice and simple compared to the large arsenal of tricks Matt Brown brings to his kit. And Vernon with the early test makes the stop. 2 shots faced, 2 saves for the Calgary, Alberta native, 26 years of age. Matt Vernon in goal. Offensive zone draw for the Royals. 2 minutes and change into regulation tonight. No score. Jacksonville yet to apply a shot on one of the 2 newest faces in the locker room this week, Ty Taylor, who is backed up tonight by the newest Royal and the 43rd player to adorn a Royal sweater this season. That's the most in the ECHL. Gage Alexander. He wears number 1. And we'll see if we see him this week. And a shot from Liebel. Sharp angle save. And Smith trying to jam it home on the rebound. Vernon coughed it up. And Smith from the bottom of the left face-off circle snapped it on goal. Held out by Vernon, and the loose puck almost fiddled into the back of the net by Smith on the doorstep. Could not find daylight. 4 shots. Less than 3 minutes into play. All for Reading. Coming out of the gate and firing at all angles on Vernon. For Jacksonville, top 10 in terms of ECHL teams and goals against this season. Much due in part to their net mining. Vernon has applied along with Michael Hauser, who was recalled to the Rochester Americans, the American Hockey League affiliate of the Buffalo Sabres, and that's the affiliation tied to the NHL. Jacksonville has farm teams, the Icemen and the Americans, to the Buffalo Sabres. 2 NHL contracted players in play for Jacksonville with the Buffalo Sabres. Ben MacArthur, former Wheeling Nailer, and began this season on an NHL contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins. The other, Olivier Nadeau, who has a point in 3 of his last 4 games. In that span of 4 games, 6 points earned with 2 goals for Nadeau. Number 68 in white, certainly on the coverages for the Royals here tonight and this 3-game series. Backhand into the zone, Tyson Kirkby will lead Cam Cook, who has 2 goals across his last 2 games, both the first of his ECHL career. Puck out on the red line. Casera will blast it back into Jacksonville's end. And the Icemen left to right, skating in the white tops. Will Corral gains the zone, but Casera puts a quick, swift end to it, clashing into Lang on the near side. Chase Lang, his 318th professional career game tonight, fended off by Casero. The rookie D-man out of RIT, skating tonight, tied for the most points at 22 among Royals, and his 37th game of his pro career. One of 3 Royals to play in all 37 games this season, including tonight, Todd Skirving and Matt Miller, the other 2. Miller, here he is, high slot, shot rifled over the goal. Karam's off the glass, near corner, and the Icemen able to trickle it out to center ice where Sam Sedley will bat it down. His pass almost able to lead Matt Miller into the zone. Offsides are the Royals. They'll elect to allow Jacksonville to play the puck. And the younger brother of former Royal Garrett Cockrell, Logan Cockrell, will snap it around the zone. Third-year pro forward for Jacksonville. Each of his last 2 seasons here in the ECHL spent with the Icemen. Cockrell coughing up the puck. It's played by Stucker. His pass out of reach for Brown. But the Woodridge, New Jersey native will play it off the boards. Wrap it out. High slot. Shot. Trickled over the goal. Caught a piece of a Iceman in front. Blocked away by Ivan Chukarov, the former Thunder D-man. Blue line. D to D. It's Primo to Brown. And the puck chipped away from Michael Kim. Brown relassos it in. Finds Kim on the far side. Kim at the right faceoff circle will skate around the net. Vernon. Hand off to Primo. Primo looking into the slot. Will feed it Brown. Near end shot. Scores! A pretty dish. Primo to Brown. And a connection as good as they come. A 1-0 lead for the Royals. 14:47 to go in the first. And the game's opening. 5 shots on the board for the Royals, who draw first blood on the series this weekend. Matt Brown is 8th of the season. Deja vu to the bar-down goal he scored last weekend. And once again, giving the Royals an opening lead. Michael Kim will earn the secondary assist along with Nathan Primo. Kim, that's his first point as a Royal in his second game played. And the D-man lending a helper here in his second game with Reading. Signed today to a standard player contract, while Mason Primo, the 23-year-old, with his 3rd assist, 7th point with Reading in 12 games played. And he now has 3 points with 2 assists in each of his last 5 contests in the Royals black and orange. So a 1-0 lead for the Royals, who are commanding all aspects of play through the opening 6 minutes of action. 6 shots on goal total, and all to Reading. A hip check at center ice. Jake Smith will give possession back over to the Royals. Smith standing up to the towering D-man at 6'2", Garrett Van Wy. Puck played up the near boards. It's Tyson Kirkby snapping it on net from the goal line, and Vernon makes a stop with the right pad. Will gobble it up for the whistle. 13:35 to go in the first. An immediate timeout here from Santander Arena. Crowd already to their feet. Matt Brown, top shelf goal, and a 1-0 advantage for the Royals. Here in the opening 6.5 minutes of play, just getting started on this Friday night here on the Royals Broadcast Network.
Roadhouse is your next sports bar destination. Located in Reading, Pennsylvania, Jimmy G's Railroad House is a prominent, friendly neighborhood sports bar serving the Reading area. Take a seat at the bar or outside on the patio and watch the big game on one of their 26 high-definition televisions. Order yourself a melty cheesesteak, flavorful burger, or sample from the wonderful appetizer and drink menu. Don't miss any of our Royals Recon live shows featuring special guests and Royals hockey talk from 6 to 7 p.m. on select Tuesday dates throughout the season. Follow Jimmy G's Railroad House on Twitter and Facebook for more.
Hi, this is Ford Brock Caulfield. Listen to Royals hockey at home and on the go on the Royals Broadcast Network with the Mixler app.
A 1-0 Royals lead here in the opening 6.5 minutes of action. Matt Brown from Mason Primo and Michael Kim getting this series started against the Icemen, with the Royals in the driver's seat early. It's an offensive zone draw for Reading. It's won back by the Icemen, but a short-lived stint into Reading zone. The Royals take it back, right to left skating across the blue line. Poke checked away by Garrett Van Wy. And there comes Jacksonville in transition. Liam Coughlin will snap it to the far boards. Picked off by Kim. Rattled around to the near side for Robbie Stucker. the 7th-round draft pick of the Columbus Blue Jackets in 2017. Stucker will feed it to Kim, who feeds a pass just out of reach of Lou Felix Denis. Icemen play it. Royals changing their defensive pairing. It's Valerian and Walters, the third-line D-man core for Reading. They'll put a jab into Jukarov and a feed into the slot, picked off by Valerian. He'll flip it out to center ice. Settles on the stick of Cook, who goes to shoot, but a whistle blown off sides on Reading. And that's the only way to stop Cam Cook from finding twine, it seems like, with a whistle, because Cook in his last 2 games, each with a goal scored. Signed to a standard player contract in early December from the Pensacola Ice Flyers. Since that point, his SPHL playing rights traded to Bureau Rivermen, so that's where he would elect to play if released from his current contract with the Reading Royals. But he's making well-used time of his minutes here in the ECHL, and he's finding a good home on that third line, skating with Austin Astor and Tyson Kirkby here tonight. Kirkby, the native of Prescott, Ontario, his 3rd ECHL career game. He made his ECHL debut with the Adirondack Thunder back in December against the Royals, and then joined Reading this past weekend and suited up for the Royals on Sunday in his 2nd career game here in the ECHL. Far corner, it's Sedley. His pass behind the goal of Ty Taylor. Yet to see a shot through 8 minutes of play. Here's a cough up by Sedley, but right there to scoop it up is his D partner, John Franco Casera. You can see that's how they drew it up. And it lends back to Sedley from Grattan. And the Royals re-corral. A weaker shot put on Taylor in that turnover. And that will register the first shot from the Icemen. A puck kicked from Brown. Primo almost able to step in one-on-one with Vernon by getting a stick in between the skates of Primo. Not taking down the 6'5" forward was Noah Lowen. He takes it behind the net of Vernon. Kim steps up, try to chop it back in deep on Jacksonville's end. The Icemen transition, left to right skating. Kim will play the body of Lowen, and Primo will play the scraps behind the net of Taylor. Kim from Primo will chip it over the head of Logan Cockrell. Back into Jacksonville's own left face-off circle. Caulfield giving chase. Whacking at the backside of Robert Callisti, who's played in 42 games with the Florida Everblades in their 2nd of 3 consecutive Kelly Cup championship seasons. And it's the Everblades, the reigning champs, looking to make it 4 in a row. Here come June. Near end, puck played out of the corner. A kick stop by Taylor on a 2nd turnover for the Royals, right in front of their newest netminder in goal. Not exactly a great first impression from the defense. And behind Taylor's net, his water bottle in the crease. He's going to have to swat that away. Iceman in front, wrist shot, sails over the net. A great chance in goal and a wraparound denied. Taylor kept that right pad against the post. He was looking to his left, but fortunately kept the right leg extended and using every bit of that 6'4" frame. Will make a stop. He'll get his water bottle put back in its holster behind his net on the icing for the Royals, hitting exactly 10 minutes into our first period. Shots favoring Reading 8-3. Icemen starting to get their gears turning on the offensive end, trying to work off the cobwebs after a 4th shutout loss suffered on the season in their latest game on Tuesday. A 2-0 final was a 1-goal game practically throughout the entire contest. An empty net goal in the final half minute put the Solar Bears, who have won 6 straight, into that 2-0 lead. So the Icemen offensively have been in a bit of a woe. But prior to that Tuesday loss, Orlando able to win each of those 3 prior games in which they scored 4 or more goals in all 3 of those contests, outscoring their opponents 14-4. So 3 wins in their last 4 games. The Icemen looking to get back in the win column here in the first of 3 over the next 4 days in Berks County. At the blue line, Kirkby will snap it around the net of Vernon. A 1-0 Royals lead has the home club in front early, and as Kirkby with Cook down low, winning out the battle. Kim from the blue line sent the shot deflected by Master on goal, turned aside by Vernon with the right pad. Chopping down at the blue line, Master able to dig it back to Kim, And the Royals keep the pressure on, trying to re-enter the zone. And a huge open ice hit. Tyson Kirkby, welcome to Reading, flexing his muscle and sending Bennett MacArthur, the NHL contracted forward, right back to the bench as he steps over the boards himself. So he gets plenty of love from his newer found teammates after signing an SPC last Sunday. My goodness, that's a way to make an impression. Kirkby, who had no shots on goal or nothing worth note on the stat sheet in his Royals debut last Sunday. That's certainly going to draw the attention of the home crowd as well as Royals players on the bench. Here's a deflection catching Gianfranco Casero up in the throat or the chin area. The puck played out of midair by the 21-year-old forward Ty Cheveldayoff, who bats it out of midair right into the choppers of Casero. He's going to get to his feet and to the bench under his own power. A good sign as the athletic trainer, the best in the business, Soren Burbridge, will tend to Casero. He's going to head down the tunnel. Does the D-man with the towel over his chin, and he'll be the recipient of maybe a couple stitches as right now on the ice. A little bit of blood shed from Casero. But from up here in the booth, appears to be no chicklets lost. The good thing is, any dental needs done, well, we got the best in town right around the corner here in Berks County. David Ensel, official dentist of the Reading Royals, will provide all of you your dental needs. And the same service to the Royals players in hockey. It's a part of the sport, that hockey smile. Hopefully Casero has all of them intact at the end of that deflection up in the mouth. But if it needs dental work done, David Ensel, right here in Berks County, provide his services. And the same to you. Trust David Ensel with all your dental needs. Official sponsor as well of our intermittent broadcast on 99.3 FM for every Royals home game. 8:47 remaining in our opening frame. A 1-0 Royals lead on the Michael Kim to Mason Primo connection. And the goal from Matt Brown, his 8th of the season. And the Boston University Terrier was product of UMass Lowell in the NCAA. Up to 8 goals and 14 points in 21 games with Reading this season. At the blue line, it's Lowen sends a floating puck towards the net. Gloved down by Valerian. Swats it near corner. Battle for the puck. Fed out to center ice. Walters giving chase. The D-man just unable to chip it into Jacksonville zone. The Icemen feed it back around the net of Taylor, who has seen 4 shots through 12 minutes of play. And 4 saves, settling in nicely with the number 35 on his back, sporting the white helmet, all white equipment for Taylor, who opened up the 24-25 campaign, that is, with the Evansville Thunderbolts in the SPHL with a 5-6-3 record, the 7th round draft pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning in the 2018 NHL entry draft. Held down in Dallas, Texas. Blue line across. Kim rifles a shot, scooped up off the ice by Vernon. And he'll freeze play with 7:40 left in our first period. And a 10th shot of the game for the Royals offense on Vernon, keeping the shots from all angles on the netminder, who was selected to the ECHL All-Rookie team last season, as well as the second All-Star team. The All-Star Classic last season held in Savannah, Georgia. Matt Brown, the representative for the Royals, beating Vernon here on the game-opening goal. And the Royals hungry for more. Jacksonville left to right. Gains the zone. A shot on Taylor and a first quality test. Easily kicked aside by Taylor in goal. A second effort and a shot into the belly of Taylor. Back-to-back golden chances for the Icemen to even the score. Taylor with the denials. One with the right pad, the second receiving the puck like a head hitting the pillow. Smothers and holds on for the whistle. Shots number 5 and 6 from the Icemen here through 13 minutes of play. And Taylor in his 3rd professional season. He made his professional debut in the ECHL with the Orlando Solar Bears back in the 2021-22 campaign, turning aside 8 of 9 shots in that first slate of game action in relief. For that game, and Taylor looking to capture a first win in his ECHL first career start tonight. Across the blue line, behind the net of Taylor, Reading will chip it. It's Kim with a soft touch, finds Caulfield. 3-on-3 down the left wing. Caulfield backhand towards the net, turned down by Vernon. Puck hits the outskirt of the net on the ricochet, ends up on the far boards. 6.5 minutes ticking down in our first period. Trying to dig this puck out from behind the goal is Brown. The right leg of Mason Primo caught up with Vernon. And Primo with a word to the referee tonight. The lone wearing the orange stripe, it's Logan Gruhl, number 29. It's the linesman of J.P. Waleski in number 51 and Sean Perry, number 92, your referee and officiating crew tonight. And nothing seen there by Gruhl, as Primo gave him an earful. Here's a connection, a backhand over the shoulder of Taylor, goal, and the Icemen will even the score with 5:58 left in the first, and a give-and-go connection eludes Taylor short side, and the first goal of the night for Jacksonville, tallied by Olivier Nadeau, who we mentioned pregame would be that notable skater for Jacksonville, number 68 in white, will light the lamp. His 9th goal of the season and his 3rd goal across his last 4 games, with 7 points now in that span. Jacksonville's first goal in nearly 75 minutes of game action since their shutout loss on Tuesday. They'll tally one here. 14 minutes and change into the first period tonight. And we're even up at 1 apiece. At the center ice logo here at Santander Arena, Reading will bat it. Lookhoff up, and a glove save by Taylor. And that's a 3rd notable turnover by the Royals in front of Taylor here in this opening frame that is denied by the goaltender, needing to sharpen up defensively. It's a 1-1 score, and now Jacksonville a chance to take their first lead on the night. Taylor denies and sends us into our second media timeout of our first period. We take the moment to recognize the following team sponsors of the Reading Royals this season. First off, our feast partners of B2 Bistro, Mimo's, Saucony Creek, Island Pizza, Wild Missing Restaurant, and Craft 2700. Those restaurants all providing game day meals for team staff and personnel at all Reading Royals home games this season. As well as a recognition to the sponsors are Reading Royals Ice Angels of Retro Fitness, Nemo's, In-Home Oxygen, The Bell Tower, and Berkeley's Barbershop. Those stores and restaurants all supporting the 23rd season of Royals hockey. First of 3 games in 4 days between Reading and Jacksonville. And tomorrow night we'll welcome a very special guest making his way down from South Philly. It'll be the NHL's favorite mascot, Gritty, in the house with Slapshot, and certainly plenty mascot mayhem to enjoy for Flyers affiliation night tomorrow night, presented by Enersys. Here tonight, our nonprofit of the game, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Berks County and America will be joining us for our first intermission interview. Be sure to stick around for that. Our annual visit from our friends at Big Brothers Big Sisters here at the broadcast booth here during our first intermission tonight. Right now, 5.5 minutes until that mark is hit, and a 1-1 score. Brown with the game opening goal for the Royals. Coming in at 5:13, while Olivier Nadeau at 14:02. Behind the score for the Icemen. Jacksonville in front. A shot kick save by Taylor. Puck ricochets forwards. And the Icemen almost able to send a second effort towards the net, but a bobble at the blue line by Lowen will force Jacksonville to scamper to it out in neutral ice. Hit on the far end. Reading will play it, and it's Cook now on the same page with Liebel to skate to the bench on that feed-up ice. And the outlet intercepted by Jacksonville. It goes to the blue line, but a whistle blown And a freeze in play with a face-off back out on Jacksonville's end with 4:42 to go in our first period. Austin Master taking the draw. 1 point in his last 10 games. And that span comes after 4 points and 3 goals in span of 5 games back in December. Master with an assist in Reading's 5-4 win on Saturday over the Trois-Rivières Lions. Able to even up that 3-game series before the Sunday come-from-behind victory for Reading on Sunday, who earned their first win when trailing following 40 minutes. Now a record of 1-15-1. The Royals with a handful of firsts in that Sunday 4-3 win over Trois-Rivières. That come from behind. One of the to note, as well as the first win for the Royals here on home ice in their black jerseys, which they wear tonight, right to left skating, as well as their first win on home ice when the opponent scores first. Logan Nyhoff, 2 goals to open up Trois-Rivières' scoring department. Responded by Reading. Todd Skirving with a 3-point night. He handles the puck here with 2 goals in that Sunday victory, and the captain will chip it near boards. Puck eluding his bat down and out to the blue line. Glove down by Kim. He'll step up. Kim will dangle to the left face-off circle. Weave back to the blue line. Kim cutting back and forth and looking for Skirving at the high slot. Will just miss the 32-year-old from Thunder Bay, Ontario. It's Kim with the float back in behind the net of Vernon with 3.5 remaining in our opening frame. Iceman, Chris passing, will take it out to center ice. Intercepted by Miller, who bats it around the boards. Far corner, Skirving on the board check. It misses the captain and eludes the D-man and Walters. Jacksonville up ice in transition. A fan on the home run connection. Royals take it 2-on-2. It's Grattan of the right wing with Walters in his back pocket. Grattan rifles it over the goal, hits all glass. Vernon might have caught a piece with the left mitt. Well, it would have been the near top of the leather. Iceman with a rebound. Will step into Reading zone, short-lived. Walters will hand off to Robbie Stucker. The D-man unable to get out of Reading zone. Brown trying to stick-lift the puck away from the dangerous skater. And Davis Kosh, who is first on Jacksonville's team in points with 26 in 36 games. Brown will pickpocket Kosh. Try to feed Caulfield into the zone. It's chipped away by Chukarov. Brown will lasso it in. 2:20 remaining in our first period. Puck in deep. Vernon will settle it down. The Icemen with each of the last 6 shots on goal. They are 1 away from evening the shot department with a 10-9 after Reading had each of the game's opening 6 shots registered on net. Near corner for Sedley. Will give way for Kim, taking it behind the net of Taylor. A bat around the boards. Out to center ice. Reading unable to connect into the zone. Denis on the chase. Fended out by Jacksonville, and both teams kind of locking down their ends of the ice defensively, giving very little room to work with for both respective offenses. Here's Valerian trying to get something going for the Royals offense. Inside 90 seconds to go in our first. Far corner. Stepping up is Liebel. Liebel will put a stick on the right skate of Chukarov, who hit the deck and lost his twig, but no call as the officials say play on. Behind Taylor's goal, a crunching check to Walters, but gets the job done. Feeds it to Smith, far half boards. Iceman chop it down. The Icemen now play a blue line. A shot down low. Spin it Rambo. It goes wide left of the net. MacArthur through the crease, trying to get back in front, and the deflection will ricochet out the center ice off the stick of C.J. Valerian. Final minute of our opening frame. Royals trying to capture some momentum as it's been the Icemen commanding the pace of play here over the last 10 minutes. Now that center ice, Miller will give way to Sedley. Sedley, red line, Liebel, beautiful touch to Miller. Right wing, Miller drops it to Scurry, in shot, and Matt Vernon with a save. Holds on for the whistle, freezing play with 39 seconds remaining in our first. Almost on cue, the Royals, everybody getting a touch on the puck there. Great play design steadily from Reading zone, feeding the right wing for Leibold and through the leg. No look pass to Miller, dropped it back to Skirving, who drove a shot on Ed, and you're going to give it to the captain, who had 3 points on Sunday and enters tonight on a 3-game point streak, does Todd Skirving, with 3 goals and 6 points in the 3-game span, all earned in that series against Trois-Rivières. Far corner, Casero. A quick pass to Grande, a shot deflection, rattles over the net, great touch, and beat Vernon cleanly in goal, but unable to peg it on target. Blue line for Grande, 12 seconds remaining in the period. Puck will get across the blue line. Skirving almost sent him into Jacksonville's bench. They'll keep 2 skates on the ice as the Icemen will fork it in behind Taylor's goal, and the horn will sound, bringing 20 minutes to close here on this Friday night face-off, the first of 3, between the Royals and the Icemen here over the next 4 days, and it's both teams finding the back of the net in the opening period. Matt Brown at 5-13 with his 8th of the season, assisted by Mason Primo and Michael Kim, giving Reading a 1-0 advantage. And the game-opening goal for the 3rd time in their last 4 overall contests, while it was Jacksonville in response at the 14:02 mark in the opening period. Olivier Nadeau from Garrett Van Wy and Chris Grando tying the score at 1 after our first period. No penalty minutes in the firsts, but certainly both teams a feel-out process here, as they haven't seen each other since the 2018 calendar year, so we can expect that physicality to ramp up, and so does the offense here throughout our game tonight. 1-1 is your score at the end of our first period, and we'll have a intermission interview with the representatives of Big Brothers, Big Sisters here on the other side. A word from our broadcast sponsors and league partners here in our first intermission. 1-1 is your score. And back with more in our intermission on the outside here on the Royals Broadcast Network.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Barron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
Calling all those seeking to buy, sell, or rent, residential or commercial. This is Dan Peasy, owner of Next Home Brandywine, a preferred real estate partner of the Reading Royals. My team has the local knowledge, experience, and honesty that you need to navigate today's market. We can help you find your next home. We have multilingual agents to serve you. If you see me at Royals games this year, let's talk hockey and houses. Mention the discount code SCORE. Visit our website at nexthomebrandywine.com. Let's go Royals!
Reading Royals hockey is in action with promotional games right in Berks County. Tickets starting at $14 gives you a seat to the high-flying hits, electrifying goals, and fun with Slapshot the whole family will love. Experience a game at Santander Arena on a weekend or weeknight by getting your tickets at royalshockey.com or by calling 610-898-7825 today. Judd Firestone Plumbing, your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, Judd Firestone Plumbing's team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every single time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or the bath of your dreams, Judd Firestone Plumbing handles it all with professionalism and care. Call Judd Firestone Plumbing today at 610-678-9080, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind. Welcome back into the Royals Broadcast Network. First intermission with a 1-1 score between the Reading Royals and the Jacksonville Icemen here in downtown Reading. And for our first intermission, very special guest joining us here for a conversation and a 5-minute chat about our nonprofit of the game here on Big Richer Night. Here for the Royals faithful, it's Liz Werner, Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Berks County. Almost our annual conversation here on the intermission. Always looking forward to the work and the upcoming events you can look forward to being a part of Big Brothers Big Sisters. But first off, Liz Werner, Executive Director, thank you so much for joining me tonight. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's great to meet you and great to get a chance to chat about everything Big Brothers Big Sisters of Berks County does. It's something familiar with a lot of our fans and a lot of our families here in Berks County. But if anybody's tuning in who is not familiar with your group, can you share about the mission?
Yeah, of course. So we are a mentoring program. Our mission is to create and support one-to-one relationships to ignite the power and promise of youth. And our vision is that all youth will achieve their full potential. And how we typically do that is we are partnering with parents and guardians in the community as well as our volunteers to make sure that all of our kids are achieving higher aspirations, greater self-confidence, avoidance of risky behavior. So we're, just trying to make a positive impact on some of the community's, lives.
Wonderful to hear that and that work. Very important here in Berks County, and many schools, many groups, many organizations can utilize the services of Big Brothers Big Sisters right here in Berks County and beyond. A large organization as well. You had also spoken about some of the opportunities within this county and some mentoring programs with a couple of chances, and if you could share some of those opportunities.
Yeah, so we have 4 different programs that we offer. We have our one-to-one program, which is when a volunteer is matched with a little in the community, and they spend time together, hang out, kind of do whatever they want, as long as, maybe they find a common interest or something. Just have a good time. And then our second program is called COOL, which stands for Club of Unmatched Littles. So they are our cool kids. And this is a group mentoring program that we put on weekly. So we have weekly events, typically on Tuesday nights, where all of the kids in our program are eligible to come to activities. We developed COOL because we found that there was a large waiting list. We didn't have as many bigs as we did littles, so we decided to have a group mentoring activities so they can come hang out weekly and hang out with other kids and get to know the volunteers as well. And then we also have our teen program, which is any kid in our program who's over 13 is eligible to come to teen. They just hang out, do some more age-appropriate activities. Obviously, there's a big difference between what a 13-year-old and a 8 or 9-year-old wants to do. And then our last program is our SMART program. SMART stands for Students and Mentors Achieving Results Together, and it's a school-based program. So we're in a couple different schools in the county, and we utilize high school volunteers to hang out with the younger kids, either in elementary or middle school. So we have the 4 programs.
That's great, and thank you for breaking that down.
Yeah,
I want to touch on those school programs here in a little bit, but first off, it really is quite exact of the name, Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yep.
That mentorship, a chance to provide some of that, lending a hand, but also being an idol and showing the ways of doing certain work. You have a chance for ways that students and kids can get enrolled. Can you share a bit about those opportunities and how any families, parents, or guardians can go about that?
Of course. So specifically, I'll start with our school-based program. We are in a couple different schools in the county, including Conrad-Weiser, Ole Valley, and Fleetwood. So if you are a high school student in any of those school districts, you're eligible to be a big. All you have to do is go up to your school counselor and ask them for an application, and that's pretty much it for that program. When it comes to our community-based programs, so that's the one-to-one, the cool, and the teen, in order to get involved in those events, you can go straight to our website, which is www.bigsinberks.org, and you can click the button that says Enroll a Child, or for the flip side for a volunteer, how to get involved as a volunteer.
That's a great description, and with that, providing the way that those students and those child can get enrolled in reverse the impact you see firsthand on a daily basis as Executive Director Liz Warner sharing here, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Berks County. How do you see those impacts and those positive benefits?
Yeah, so I will say most of our matches right now have been matches for over a year. So we're seeing multi-year matches, right? And we're seeing that just having a positive adult role model in a child's life, um, is just so great for their academics. It's so great for their self-confidence and just making sure that they're staying out of those risky behaviors. So there's a lot of great things that we're seeing in our kids because they have a positive role model that maybe they don't have elsewhere. So it's been nice to kind of see these multi-year matches, and they're hanging out, getting to know each other, and now they're becoming part of each other's families.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And something here in Berks County, something greater and beyond as well with Big Brothers Big Sisters in America, but wonderful to have that really stationed right here and a part of your hard work. It's a chance and very enlightening for a lot of kids to hear this and many parents, but also for anybody tuning in who might have perked an ear and maybe want to find themselves on the mentor side of it. Volunteer is always welcome. Can you share about ways adults can go about volunteering?
So we have, obviously you can become a one-to-one volunteer where you be matched with a little. We also have cool volunteers. So maybe you don't have as much time to give to one child, so you become a group mentor instead. So you are only have to come to 6 activities a year, so it's way less of a time commitment. But if you think that you can come to 6 activities, we'd love to see you. And then other than that, there are other ways to get involved. We're always looking for more board members, more committee members, and bringing in some groups to help us out in our agency, whether that's doing some outside yard work or anything like that. There's lots of ways to get involved. We also have a couple different fundraisers yearly that we always ask for some support in. So we have a big golf fundraiser that happens in August, and we would love to see more participation in teams. So if you're a golfer, look out for some information about golf. Probably in about, I would say, like June to July, we'll have information. And then on the flip side, we have our Bowl for Kids' Sake coming up, which is a big bowling fundraiser. So if you're a bowler, we'd love to see you there too.
Wonderful. So you have the golf in August, and you have the bowling coming up as well. And for those opportunities, is it something of open attendance where anybody can check out, have a conversation with you, and get a chance to meet some of the mentors and the relationships built?
Yeah, so specifically at Bowl for Kids' Sake, we'll also have some of our kids bowling, so it's a good opportunity. You can, literally, they'll be bowling right next to you, so it's really nice. We all have a good, fun time together. It's called Bowl for Kids' Sake. We're bowling for kids' sake and to have fun, so that's really what we're trying to do. When it comes to golf, you might not see our kids out on the greens, but you will see plenty of pictures and some thank you notes from the kids as well. So heartfelt thank you notes that they'll make for our golfers.
That's great to hear that. A lot of opportunities coming up. You mentioned those 2 events. Is there anything upcoming besides those that volunteers can maybe learn more, or those parents and families can find more information?
Yeah, so we typically have a volunteer social every quarter. We'll have one coming up in March, so look out for some information on our social medias about our volunteer social. Anyone that's interested in maybe just hearing more about the agency, that's an adult, is welcome to come to our volunteer social and hang out with us. Get to know us, ask some questions. You'll also get to meet some active bigs as well. So if you have any questions about mentoring, it's a good opportunity.
Awesome. And for those contacts, you mentioned social media page as well as the website, as well as your contact. Can you share some of those and ways that people can get in direct contact with you and Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Yeah, so we have a Facebook page. You can look up Big Brothers Big Sisters of Berks County. We also have an Instagram page, LinkedIn, and then, email is always a good way to get in contact with me. My email is Liz, Liz, at bigsinberks.org.
Liz at bigsinberks.org. Be sure to contact Liz to find more. So much wonderful information shared here with the Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Berks County. Get the arms loose for some bowling here upcoming, as well as that golf swing set for August. And you can find information on that up and coming by following those social media handles as well as the website and contacting Liz Warner, Executive Director of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Anything else to mention here on our conversation? It's wonderful getting a chance to talk with you once again.
Yeah, my biggest thing is just to tell people it's important to get involved in your community, and we are just one of many agencies that you can become a part of.
Final question for you. How rewarding has it been for you in your position as an executive director and getting a chance to voice it here?
It's been great. I've been with the agency for 5 years, and I've worked up myself to where I am now, and it's been a really great opportunity. I've seen 5-year matches, so it's been great to kind of see some of these matches who have been here ever since I began.
That is exciting, and hopefully many more to come, not just years, but also those matches going forward here. Executive Director Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Berks County, our nonprofit of the game here on this Friday night face-off. And it's Liz Warner joining us for our first intermission interview. Wonderful catch up once again. Liz, thank you so much for the time, and I look forward to that golf outing and some bowling information on the social media pages.
Great. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, Liz, and thank you for those tuning in and enjoying that first intermission conversation right around the corner. Second period of play, Royals and Icemen. More coming up here on the Royals Broadcast Network. Craving something fresh and fast during the game? Stop by the Salsa Burrito stand behind Section 120 at Santander Arena for delicious burritos, quesadillas, and more. It's the perfect spot to grab a quick bite while you enjoy Royals hockey. Try Salsa Burrito today. New Beginnings Massage Wellness Center is the official massage therapist of the Reading Royals. You are living your best life when your mind and body are balanced and healthy. Massage is not just a luxury, it's a way to a healthier, happier life. Visit New Beginnings Massage Wellness Center in Wyomissing today. Swing Evolutions, located right here in Berks County, is the premier indoor golf and sports simulator. With over 8 bays and access to more than 1,000 courses, is the perfect spot for everything from hosting a party to enjoying a fun day out. Whether you're a seasoned golfer or just looking for something different to do, Swing Evolutions has you covered for a great time. Learn more and book your outing at swingevolutions.com. Berks Foods is the official hot dog of the Reading Royals and will be grilling up fan favorites all season long. Berks Foods has been making premium quality franks, sausages, and deli specialties for over 89 years. Berks hot dogs features nothing but the finest ingredients, 100% premium cuts of beef and pork, the perfect blend of seasoning and spices, and absolutely no fillers, no MSG, and is also gluten-free. When you eat a Berks, you're eating the best. Berks Foods is proud to be the official hot dog of your Reading Royals, and you can find them at your local supermarkets and visit them at www.berksfoods.com. Berks, the best in the business. Today's event is being streamed live and on demand on FloHockey, part of the Flo Sports Network. With a FloHockey subscription, you get access to all Flo Sports sites. That's over 25 sports. Never miss a moment with over 30,000 events per year. In-depth coverage, behind-the-scenes access, original documentaries, highlights, breaking news, and more. Visit FloHockey.tv to learn more and sign up today. That's FLOHockey.tv. Heidelberg Country Club is Berks County's premier golf, social, and banquet facility. Conveniently located off Route 183, just 10 minutes north of the Reading Airport, its scenic views, majestic clubhouse, and outstanding golf course will create the perfect setting for your next special event. For group golf and special occasion gatherings, Heidelberg Country Club will leave the lasting impression you desire. For more information, phone their sales office or go to heidelbergcc.com. That's Heidelberg, HeidelbergCC.com today. The Cheers restaurant at the Doubletree of Hilton Reading is the post-game spot for our Royals post-game parties this season. Join us for the post-game shows featuring player special guests and be available for pictures. Swing on into the Cheers restaurant at the Doubletree on Penn Street for Royals post-game parties. Visit royalshockey.com to see the full party schedule and stream the post-game show on the Royals Broadcast Network with the Mixler app.
Hi, this is Gianfranco Casero, defenseman for the Reading Royals. Listen to Royals Hockey at home and on the go on the Royals Broadcast Network with the Mixler app.
Welcome back inside the kingdom at Santander Arena. 1-1 score following 20 minutes here at Santander Arena. Royals and the Icemen, one of three meetings over the next 4 days. And it's Matt Brown with a game-opening goal at 5:13, responded by Olivier Nadeau, and his 9th of the season. Has our score even Steven entering the second period. And it's the Icemen with a second period's opening shot rifled on Ty Taylor, left to right, a 10-bell stop with a right blocker will kick aside the first shot he sees of the middle frame. The netminder, 25 years of age from Richmond, British Columbia, just outside of Vancouver, grew up a Canucks fan and a fan favorite of former Vancouver Canuck netminder in Roberto Luongo. And he was strong in the first, 10 saves on 11 shots faced. And here in the second period, turns aside the first one he sees. Our 1-1 score. Eric Chessberger with you on the call. Our coverage tonight on Flow Sports, our Mixler streaming app, as well as our internet broadcast on 99.3 FM, presented by our friends at Doublet Dental, and free, courtesy of Flow Sports and ECHL, with our stream on Facebook Live and social media platforms of the ECHL and Flow Sports. So check out that if you're tuning in on Mixler for the free stream for tonight's game. Backdoor feed goes wide right of Taylor's goal, and the Icemen out of the gates, right to left attacking, and had quality chances, but can't find the open slot on the netminder. Far corner. Puck played to the blue line. It's Coughlin. Gives way for Cockrell. Sets up a drive. Shoulder save. In goal by Taylor. Puck flutters over his net. Scooped up by Casero, who took a puck up in the Chicklets late in that first period. Good sight to see. Casero back in the fold for Reading. And a backhand by Skirving will chip it out to the red line. Won't get further than that. The Icemen right back on the hop. A cross-ice pass. Rink wide and into the zone. On the backhand is Garrett Van Wy, the knee man. Floats it into the crease. A kick save by Taylor and smothers it in his net. Making the stop with Jacksonville commanding the pace of play from the jump. Here in this second period, Royals got to settle in here defensively and get some rubber on the opposite end, where Matt Vernon stands in goal. 11 shots faced and 10 saves for the son of two-time Stanley Cup champion and Conn Smythe Trophy winner. Awarded to the Stanley Cup playoff MVP in 1997 of Mike Vernon. In his NHL days with the Detroit Red Wings, as well as that first Stanley Cup hoist with Calgary in 1989. It's a blue line for Matt Brown. Oh, backhanded in deep. Caulfield will chip it far corner. Primo shoveled back to the blue line, where it's rattled around the boards from Michael Kim. An assist along with Primo, a helper on the Matt Brown goal in the first period. Far end Brown trying to bank it to the blue line. Is corralled by Brown on his backhand. On goal, scores! Off the left pad of Vernon into the back of the net. Matt Brown with a shovel on goal has his second of the game, and it's a 1-goal lead restored for the Royals. 2-1 on the board, and Matt Brown on to the stat sheet for the second time tonight. And end over end, puck could not be cleared by Jacksonville. And Matt Brown going to make the Icemen D pay. And with that goal, Brown has his third multi-goal game of his professional career, the first of this season. Goals number 8 and 9 for Matt Brown on the year. Goes down as an unassisted goal, and Reading, more importantly, they're going to go back in front after the Icemen responded and really had the game tilt in their favor late in the first period, taking strong control here from the jump in this second, and it's going to immediately be chilled out by Matt Brown and his shovel like the snow outside here across Berks County on your driveway this morning, finding the back of the net. Matt Vernon catching a piece, not enough. And former teammates here in Reading clashing, and Brown wins that duel. Back-to-back open ice hits. And it's Lou Felix knee, a part of both. Drop a Jacksonville D-man at center ice before Chase Lang will get back at the knee on the Icemen's end of the ice. Back behind the net of Taylor. Four boards the knee, will bank it off the Reading bench. Jake Smith on the hunt for that puck. Will throw a shoulder and a Jukarov. Turned over by Jacksonville. Cross ice pass. Lebo looking in between the slot for Master. Could not bank it in on goal. Master with a spin around shot from the top of the left face-off circle. Gloved down by Vernon. And Vernon will hold on to the puck for the whistle. 16-16 to go in our second period. And a 2-1 Royals lead. And for Matt Brown, skating in his second pro season, a highlight of Reading last year as a rookie out of Boston University on an American Hockey League contract with Lehigh Valley, where he played 12 games last season. It was 41 points in 37 games for Matt Brown, the ECHL All-Star rep for the Royals. This time in 2024, and this season, 6 games played with Lehigh Valley. Hasn't been able to get the legs under himself in those 6 games. Here on near side, Master with a one-timer, rings off the right post. Deflection, scores! Shots from all angles. And the second one finds the back of the net. And the first of his ECHL career, Tyson Kirkby delivers the rebound in goal, and it's a 3-1 lead for the Royals. 2 goals here to open up this second period. A puck to save and all smiles on the Royals bench, especially one for Tyson Kirkby. Plenty of love between this team battling their way back up to a 2-goal lead. And Kirkby with the goal, and the Royals up by a pair. Austin Master with the assist, his second helper across his last 3 games. And Cam Cook, who remains scorching hot, now sets a 3-game point streak, largest of his ECHL career. And Kirkby, who made his ECHL debut with the Adirondack Thunder against the Royals back in December, will light the lamp here in his 3rd career game in ECHL, 2nd as a Royal. And that 4th line, that is, fronting some damage on the Icemen. And for Ty Taylor, the poke check will swat this out from the feed in front of his net. It's the Icemen now playing catch-up, and Taylor in goal with some cushion. A backhand towards the net. It's the outside of his cage. Jacksonville back on it. Goal line, right to left skating. The Icemen in front. Wrist shot, kick save by Taylor. And the rebound jolts out to Miller, who slings it up the near boards. It's banked into Jacksonville zone. A spin around feed by Callisti is picked up by Brown at center ice. Brown on hat-trick watch for the first time in his pro career. Would be a hat-trick if scored. It's his 3rd multi-goal game as a pro. So hat-trick watch for the 3rd time for Brownie, as his nickname in the locker room is said, and the nickname rung out here across the Royals faithful on this Friday night. Draw right side of Vernon, who hasn't been given much love by his former club, in which he began his professional career with, out of Colorado College. Back in the 22-23 season, a March 2023 signing for the Royals, and his first 2 pro career starts here, a part of that season with Reading, April 1st and 2nd, where he suffered 2 losses but backstopped the point in his last game here at Santander Arena, a shootout loss, something against the Trois Rivières Lions on April the 2nd. A feed all the way down the ice will be an icing violation against Jacksonville. And a face-off draw on the Royals' offensive end. A club that has scored 4 or more goals in each of the last 2 games. consecutive games with 4 or more goals. Last Saturday and Sunday, the first time this season the Royals have had that, and they're looking to go 3 in a row with 1 more goal tallied. And have already hit the 3-goal mark. That race to 3, as we have heard preached about by head coach and general manager Jason Binkley throughout this season, as that seemed to be the tail of the tape on whether you find yourself with 2 points or no points at the end of the night, is which team find themselves at 3 goals first. And Reading here, so far, in the driver's seat and hitting that mark early. 14 minutes to go in our second period. Shots favoring Jacksonville 17-16, but Reading on the board 3-1 advantage. To center ice at Jacksonville's blue line. Smith will lend it back to Denis, the 21-year-old from Farmham, Quebec. Beats Leibold, forehand shot towards the net. Deflection off of Denis, goes wide right of the goal. 4 boards, and Leibold with a rattling hit up against the glass. And nifty skating around Denis, who tried to get his lick in, was Shukarov. Feeds Kalisti, and up ice goes Jacksonville. Right to left, and the White Tops in front. Taylor with a save, squeezes the pads and holds on. A breakdown defensively, but Ty Taylor says, I got your back. And in his Royals debut, a huge save in between the wickets. And somewhere in that equipment, he's going to dig it out from his right leg in between the fibula and his pad. A save for Taylor and a stoppage in the action. Our first promotional timeout of our second period. 3-1 Royals leading. Here, 7 minutes into the second. Looking to keep it on here on the second period on the Royals Broadcast Network.
Stream live and on demand on FloHockey, part of the Flo Sports Network. With a FloHockey subscription, you get access to all Flo Sports sites. That's over 25 sports. Never miss a moment with over 30,000 events per year. In-depth coverage, behind-the-scenes access, original documentaries, highlights, breaking news, and more. Visit FloHockey.tv to learn more and sign up today. That's FLOHockey.tv.
Hi, this is forward number 17, Todd Skirving for the Reading Royals. Listen to Royals hockey at home and on the go on the Royals Broadcast Network with the Mixler app.
The captain, Todd Skirving, there with what was his 11th multi-goal game of his professional career last Sunday, with 2 goals and 3 points in Reading's 4-3 win. Come from behind fashion over Trois-Rivières. Tonight it's Matt Brown taking the torch from the captain and leading Reading in front with a 3-1 advantage. It's Tyson Kirkby with the most recent goal for Reading, putting Reading up by 2 here with 13 minutes to go in our middle frame. Icing against Reading will bring this draw back down in front of Ty Taylor. We get a chance to dive into a bit more here tonight as the third-year pro made his professional debut with the Orlando Solar Bears, stopping 8 of 9 shots faced in relief in the 21-22 season. With Orlando, played in the Elite Ice Hockey League overseas in Finland with the Glasgow Clan. 3-11 records, so not the most eye-popping numbers when overseas in 17 games. So came back here to the States with the Evansville Thunderbolts all of last season with a 6-8-0 record. 913 save percentage in 18 games played, and then to begin this season, 16 games with the Thunderbolts. 5-6-3 record. Here it's his first ECHL career start, and he has turned aside 17 of the 18 shots faced against a Jacksonville Icemen club that has won 21 of their 36 games this season, stands second in the South Division, tied for 4th in the Eastern Conference, and it's a great first impression for Taylor. And the 6'4" goaltender, given the reins with Keith Petrozelli, recalled from his loan to the Lehigh Valley Phantoms yesterday, and Vinny Purpura, as shared by Jason Binkley this morning, out with a concussion. Right now on reserve, no IR status to note, and timetable, in the words of Binkley, to share at this time, but will be provided as updates are given. It's Petrozelli backing up Parker Gahagan, so the 2 goaltenders that began the 1A, 1B for Reading this season, both backstopping Lehigh Valley. Tonight, against the Rochester Americans, the American Hockey League affiliate of the Jacksonville Icemen. So some farm system battle between the Flyers and the Buffalo Sabres affiliates tonight. And up in Rochester, New York, the Phantoms leading 1-0 over the Americans. So we'll keep our eye on those scores, as well as all of our scores across ECHL. A busy slate on this Friday, 13 games. At our out-of-town scoreboard, checking our next media timeout. Inside 12 minutes to go in our second. And a puck flicked out the center by Sedley. 2 games played with Lehigh Valley here in his rookie campaign. Sedley, number 9 in black. Poke checking the puck from Chukarov around the boards. It's handled by Kalisti. Shoveled back in behind the net of Taylor. Puck played by Logan Cockrell. Skate to the blue line. Send a floating puck that hits off of Sedley. Garams to the near corner. Then off the referee. Favoring that right leg. A block worn by Gruel. Up ice. Royals 2-on-1. Caulfield near it. Brown trying to get it back to Caulfield. Blocked by the lone D-man in between the dangerous forwards on the attack. And a tip of the cap to Kalisti, the former Florida Everblade, who makes a swift end to that breakout for the Royals, seeking their 4th goal of the game. Primo will feed it to Michael Kim. Back on the Reading zone, left to right. The Royals skating in their black attire with the orange numbers on their backs and sleeves and the white name bars. From behind the net of Vernon, home run pass connects. In-oh goal shot, ruffled over the net. Missed everything. And Ty Taylor counting his lucky stars, not seeing a shot on a breakaway. The Royals defense caught napping. Well, a shot from Van Wy, unable to find anything. Royals up by shot, Label scores! Fourth goal of the game for the Royals. And Ryan Label will notch it into the top shelf of Jacksonville's goal. 7th of the season, and the Royals up by 3. Their 3rd goal of the period. And the Icemen unraveling here in Berks County on this Friday night. It's all Royals up 4-1 over Jacksonville tonight. In between the circles, Liebel drives a shot unattended and plucking over the right shoulder of Vernon under the bar. It's labeled with his 7th of the season, his 13th point. Lou Felix Lee earning the primary assist, his 5th helper and 10th point of the season. And Matt Brown with a 3-point night. He'll pick up right where the captain, Todd Skirving, left off 2 goals and an assist on Sunday for Skirving. It's Matt Brown tonight. 2 goals and a helper here in the opening 30 minutes of play. Matt Brown with the 3 points, setting a season high in that mark and matching his career high of 3 points. We had 2 goals and assists against the Worcester Railers. Here up ice, a shot 2-on-1. Kirkby to Master and smothered by Vernon. Has a answer to this one. And Master denied on putting Reading up by 4. It remains a 3-goal advantage for Reading into our media timeout. A quick shovel of the ice. And with 9:19 to go in the second, Royals a 4-1 lead over the Icemen. And it's an avalanche of goals in this second period. With Matt Brown, Tyson Kirkby, and Ryan Liebold all getting a part of the party in the opening 10 minutes of our second period. That's your score, 4-1. In our media timeout where we check in, as promised, on those out-of-town scores. Lehigh Valley Phantoms and the Rochester Americans in action in Rochester. It remains a 1-0 lead for Lehigh Valley. Parker Hagan in goal. And the goal for Lehigh Valley from Ethan Sampson, his 7th of the season. Putting Lehigh Valley up with that advantage. While in the ECHL, 6 of the 7 North Division teams in play. The Wheeling Nailers are the lone idle team. They will see the Worcester Railers tomorrow with a 6:10 punch up at West Banco Arena, while our fellow 6 other teams in ECHL in action includes The Adirondack Thunder leading the Worcester Railers 1-0 in Massachusetts. The Trolley Lions trailing the Norfolk Admirals down at the Norfolk Scope Arena 2-1 in the second period, while the Maine Mariners, the fellow out of division game in play with Maine out west in Cincinnati. Punch up just getting underway between the Mariners and the Cyclones. And with the North Division standings, including the Royals standing 6th in the North, 1 point behind the Mariners, who are getting underway for that punch up against the Cyclones, who are right now at the 11th place in the Western Conference. Have hit a stronger stride after having a tough beginning to their season. They have won 7 of their last 10. So the Cyclones in a positive direction, hopefully keeping that in play tonight against the Mariners and allowing the Royals with 2 points can leapfrog Maine and take 4th, or 5th rather, that being in the North Division standings, with the Mariners ahead of Reading by 1 point. It's the Worcester Railers holding that 4th and final Kelly Cup playoff spot at the time. 33 points for Worcester, 3 ahead of Reading entering the day. And Worcester trailing the Thunder 1-0 on home ice. We'll keep our eyes on those scores throughout this night and this weekend, where the Royals are hoping to find themselves in that 4th Kelly Cup playoff spot, where the Wheeling Nailers at 52 points, Trois-Rivières at 48, and Norfolk at 45 have really began to separate themselves from those bottom 4 teams, all duking it out for that lone playoff spot, which, if playoffs were to begin today, would be Worcester advancing and Reading, along with Maine and Adirondack, out of games beyond 72. But fortunately, playoffs do not begin tonight, and the Royals just really getting their second half of the season underway, and it's been a positive start. 3-2 record to begin January, and right now up by 3 against Jacksonville. Inside 9 minutes ago in the second, and an icing violation against the Icemen will bring a face-off draw on the Royals' offensive end. The Icemen are the second non-divisional team the Royals have seen to this point in the season. Total of 6 overall. And next up will be, following this 3-game series with Jacksonville here at home, the Royals went the road to see the Greenville Swamp Rabbits for 2 games, followed by the South Carolina Stingrays next weekend, Friday and Saturday in Greenville, and Sunday overnight travel for a punch up against South Carolina. Those broadcasts all on Flow Sports and our Mixler streaming app. Plus Flyers Radio 24/7, official online streaming service of the Flyers Broadcast Network, covering select Royals broadcasts this season. It's getting back on their own zone, the Icemen, right to left, in their white sweaters, white helmets, and the navy blue pants. Will take it across the red line. Stood up and forced off the puck is Davis Kosh. A quiet night for the leading point scorer on this Jacksonville team, who has 2 points in his last 3 games, 26 points on the season, tied for first in assists with 18 on the year for Jacksonville. Running back to hand on the near corner. Sedley, his pass blocked down by the veteran Christopher Brown, former teammate here with Jacksonville of Royal D-man Michael Kim, and Royals head coach Jason Binkley with Jacksonville, the 2020-2021 season. Binkley concluding that 6-year playing career with Jacksonville, 56 games played as an E-man, and a whistle blown will bring a faceoff out to center ice. With a puck flipped up into the stands by Christopher Brown. Brown, who played as well with Michael Kim at Boston College, co-captain to the 2017-18 season, so fellow Eagles dueling here on the ice. And right now, Kim, out of the 2, the lone on the stat sheet with his first assist as a Royal in 2 games. In on goal, Brown will feed a rush shot towards the net, caromed away on the block from Smith. Behind the net of Taylor, puck floated back into the crease, and he'll Throw is left mid on top. Halting play with 7:21 remaining in our second period. Jacksonville trying to get something going, as we haven't quite seen the spirited hockey that this series certainly has to bring to the table. It's 7 years since both teams saw each other, and just the third all-time clash between the two. They'll get all quite used to each other by the series finale on Monday, the noon puck drop. Rescheduled start time, take note of that. Originally 1 p.m., it'll be 12 p.m. puck drop on Monday. A shot on goal, Taylor with a save, rebound, deflected in, scores over the right pad of Taylor. And the Icemen respond to the 3 straight goals from Reading. And in the blue crease, the battle for the puck. Dug out and buried by Olivier Nadeau, who has his second of the game. And the NHL contracted forward for the Buffalo Sabres will hit double digits. And the fourth skater to do so among Jacksonville's roster is 10th goal of the season, second of the night, 4-2. Reading's lead now cut in half. That goal with 7 minutes to go in the second period, and just a dogfight for that puck. Taylor unable to cover it up. And a black sweater able to chip it out of harm's way. And it's now multi-goal games for Matt Brown and Olivier Nadeau. Headlining the offense tonight. For the Royals, still with that 2-goal cushion. Provided on additional goals, Tyson Kirkby and Ryan Liebold, both here in this second period. Blue line for the Icemen, a shot in on net, snared by Taylor with a left mitt. And a little too close to Taylor comes an Iceman skater, and is going to draw some attention, and Cam Cook taken from behind by Chase Lang, getting right into the mix. His 318th professional career game tonight. And the 6th round draft pick of Minnesota back in 2014. Smelled blood in the water and wanted to get a part of a scrap that will simmer down just as quickly as he tried to escalate it. So we'll play on 5-on-5 with a face-off draw on the Reading zone, right side of Taylor. 24 shots faced, 22 saves for the netminder, who attended the 2018 and 2019 Tampa Bay Lightning development camps as a 7th-round draft pick of Tampa Bay, and a left mitt catch of the puck by taking a apple off the tree. Taylor will flag that, blast down from the blue line. Applied by Callisti. And Taylor, who walked 214th overall selection by Tampa Bay in the 2018 NHL entry draft, was the 29th and final goalie selected in the 2018 draft class. Fellow draft class goalies include Olav Lindblom of the New York Rangers, who was taken 39th overall, as well as current Philadelphia Flyer netminder Samuel Ersson, who was taken 5th round, 143rd overall by the Flyers in that draft class. As well as one more for you, Jacob Kuharski, former Royal goaltender, 7th round selection, 197th overall by Carolina in that 2018 draft class of netminders. And Taylor here on the near side, toe drive to the forehand, but Taylor caught a piece, lost his stick, but makes the save and denies the cross crease flip over the glove by Ty Cheveldayoff. A great hockey name, Cheveldayoff, unable to find Twine as Taylor in the spread eagle makes the stop at the top of his crease. And a chip up ice will find Grant at the blue line, puck batted for Skirving. Dropped to Miller, his shot towards the net. Swatted down and played by Callisti. He'll skate up with Chukarov. And a puck up into the stands will end up out of play. Nearly a one-handed catch by the fan on the far side. Might have been a broken right hand after that, but he'll pick up the souvenir, a well-earned one for a family of 4 in the building. Hopefully getting a part of our best deal in town, and you can't miss out on the Dabbler Insel family 4-pack that has plenty of savings to score along with tickets to any Friday and Saturday Royals game as we step into a BG timeout with 5:15 remaining in our second period. Royals a 4-2 advantage. That Dominental family 4-pack gets you 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 Thunder Sticks to ring the noise and also keep the kids busy, as well as those 4 tickets to a Friday or Saturday game. Just $84. That is some strong value for 4 tickets, including food and drink all taken care of. Dominental family 4-pack presented by our friends at Dominental, official dentist of the Reading Royals, and available at RoyalsHockey.com. A face-off draw in the neutral zone in front of the bench of Jacksonville's first-year head coach and director of hockey operations, Brandon Mashinder, who is behind the players' bench for a 4th season, but the first as a head coach after former Jacksonville Icemen bench boss and former Reading Royal defenseman and assistant coach Nick Luco joined Kirk McDonald in the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins at the American Hockey League. A loose puck in front, and Caulfield shot, flashing glove save. Matt Vernon with a stop. Vintage of his father, Mike Vernon, and with the left leather, robs Brock Caulfield his 4th of the season, and it was 5th goal of the night. Play that on a repeat, right to left in the splits. And the magnetic mitt of Matt Vernon shown off there, keeping the Icemen within 2 goals. And a pretty stop by their reigning member of the all-rookie team in the ECHL. Matt Vernon, who hoisted a 25-10-3 record last season in 39 starts, logging a .267 goals against average and a .909 save percentage, ranked 3rd in wins and 9th in goals against last season. He has been beaten 4 times by Reading tonight, but a 10-bell save there, keeping the Icemen in it as they break out 3-on-1 on the back check. Jake Smith, rather that be Michael Kim, will catch up, track down, and deny Tishke's feed from connecting with MacArthur, and a developing 3-on-1 for the Icemen turned down by the former Hershey Bear in Michael Kim. Tishke will play it on Jacksonville's zone, right to left, inside 4 minutes of our second period. Taylor will play the chip in by Chukarov. Near corner, Sedley dumped into the boards, and a puck out of the zone is fed up the glass and will end up in the stands off the stick of Robbie Stucker and preventing his own zone. That'll be a delay of game minor penalty against the Royals. Stucker to the box for the 4th time in his last 5 games. A minor penalty for Stucker. And with the St. Paul, Minnesota native in the box, it's the first time either team will have a man advantage, and it's Jacksonville given the chance on a power play that ranks 26th among all 29 teams in the ECHL. Just a 14% clip on the season. Reading on the penalty kill, 25th in the league with a 76% kill rate. And the power play for Jacksonville, 0 for 1 in their 2-0 shutout loss suffered on Tuesday at Orlando. But they have a power play goal in 2 of their last 3 games overall, 2 for 8 in that span, and will look to make it 1 for 1 tonight and draw to a 1-goal game here with 4 minutes remaining in our second period. Right to left, the Icemen win the draw and set up their formation. Near corner, it's a bank to the blue line. Chukarov thrown on goal, kick saved by Taylor. Steers it to the far corner. Settled down by Logan Cockerell. Pivots in behind the net. Tucks it on forehand. Trying to jam it at the left post. Denied by Taylor. Puck pop free. And the Icemen back on it. Behind the net. Chukarov draped down with Caulfield all over him. Skirving, the captain, unable to flick it out of harm's way. Held in at the line. Chukarov on goal. A save by Taylor. Rebound. Scramble forward. Played out near corner. Icemen back into the slot. Will feed it far boards. Off the glass. It's Cockerell. Chewing the mouth guard. Skating on the right wing. Feeds blue line. Shukarov, pump fakes on the blast, feeds forehand, shot save, rebound, toward the goal line, trickles in, scores. And in the blue paint, the final touch, banked in, and a third goal for Jacksonville. Tonight, second of this middle frame, brings us to a one-goal score. A power play goal for the Icemen, with a goal from Liam Coughlin for the time being. It'll be a play that goes under review, and two Jacksonville skaters in the crease. Call on the ice is a good goal. So whether or not there is enough contact to warrant a goaltender interference penalty and this goal taken off will be assessed. Clock with 2:41 remaining in the second period. At the time, a 4-3 score. And we saw Taylor with a save. I believe that puck clearly crossed the goal line with little contact applied to Ty Taylor on our review up here in the booth. Hopefully, of course, I am wrong from this standing, as what on review looks like a good goal, but I'm not the one to make the call. It's the officials with a quick look at the iPad, and they have our official ruling, and it will be a good goal. One goal game. Royals see a lead of 4-1 now dissipate into a lead of 4-3 here in this second period after we began the frame at 1-1. So the offense is having their way. 5 total goals now in this second period alone. And it's time to buckle down defensively for the boys in black and orange. But here on the offensive end, back to even strength with a penalty cashed in on the power play for Jacksonville from Robbie Stucker's delay of game. It's a wrist shot from Casero, gloved down by Vernon. As the goal for Liam Coughlin will be his 4th of the season. Native of Boston, Massachusetts, and a 5th-round draft pick of the Edmonton Oilers in 2014. The 30-year-old will be the oldest skater to net a goal here tonight. And draw Jacksonville within striking distance. 1-goal games. Royals have played a total of 15 of them and have a record of 7-4-4. Royals in 1-goal scenarios on a 4-game win streak and a 5-game point streak, dating back to that lone blemish of those 5 games, a overtime loss suffered on December 11th, Teddy Bear Toss and Military Appreciation Night, presented by Solve IT Solutions against the Adirondack Thunder. Royals, of course, would like to extend their lead back to 2. And look to begin it here with their first line on the ice, and Matt Brown on hat-trick watch with 2 goals and an assist for a 3-point game, matching his career high for the second time in his second pro season. Bucket behind the net, Vernon. Chase for it, left to right, Royals dump it in, unable to win the battle on the boards. Jacksonville out to center ice. Across the red line, across the blue. It's Lang. They'll rattle it from the forward to the near end. Played at the half boards by Coughlin, who was met by Sedley. Lost his stick. Coughlin's able to re-corral the puck with Sedley scooping up his twig. Blue line to Gakarish. Puck sent down low, off the end boards, kicks to Sedley, who feeds out, catching Jacksonville on a line change. Caulfield across the blue line. His wrist shot towards the net is blocked down by the lone D-man, able to get in front of that shot. And that was Lowen making the block. Far corner, puck played by the Icemen from their own goal line. Trying to link up and does so behind Redding's netminder and Taylor. Puck played back to the blue line, and the Icemen able to make something out of nothing, but then surrender the puck right back over to the Royals after that dump down, waved off icing. Blue line, Jacksonville, shot towards the net. Kierums towards the goal. Taylor with a save off the chin of his mask. Loose in front, comes free. Cockerell thrown on goal, blocked by Smith, and the Royals play it with 40 seconds ticking down in the second period. Denis on the puck to Smith. A between the leg pass of Leibold. Leibold then stepped into by Shukarov. The puck went out by the Jacksonville D-man. And the Icemen will slow it up with 30 seconds remaining in our second period. 4 boards. A check from Kim will allow Walters to scoop it up behind the net of Taylor. Final 10 seconds of our frame. This will be icing against the Royals and provide Jacksonville a offensive zone face-off draw with 7.7 seconds remaining in the second period. We saw a handful of grade A chances in an opening period, but the goaltenders have the answer. This second period has been quite the opposite, as the offenses have found that extra bounce. Royals with 3 of the 5 goals. On the scoreboard, lead by only 1, and it's Jacksonville with a draw, 1 back. Miller had it, lost it. Now puck floated far corner. Final seconds will expire. And with 40 minutes down on this Friday night, we will head into the third period with Reading up by a slim 1 goal. They led 4-1 at a point in the second period, but Olivier Nadeau with his 2nd of the game, 10th of the season, and Liam Coughlin with his 4th of the season, finding the back of the net in the final 7 minutes of the second period. Make this a thrilling finish on the way. Here at downtown Reading, the Royals in front, 4-3 your score. After a 5-goal second period, sees a 1-1 tie after the first, led into a 4-3 lead for the Royals after the second. Jacksonville with the lone power play through the first 2 periods, and they will convert on what was the Liam Coughlin power play goal. 1-for-1 in that regard. Reading has yet to see the IBEW power play tonight. Total shots in the second period for Jacksonville. They put 20 shots on Ty Taylor, scored on 2 of those 20 shots, while Reading with 10 shots in the second period, scoring 3 goals on those 10 shots faced. Jacksonville leading in the shot department overall so far tonight, 29 to Reading's 21. And Taylor with 26 saves on 29 shots faced, while Matt Vernon allowing 4 goals on 21 shots faced. We'll look to handle the Royals offense in the third period, which we will get to after our intermission break, which we begin by featuring our best plays from around the ECHL and our latest edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week, voiced by the broadcaster of the Kansas City Mavericks, and Joe Benson, who takes you through the best from around the Premier FloHockey League this past week in the ECHL. Enjoy.
Premier FloHockey League. This is the ECHL Plays of the Week.
High slap shot off the glove and in. Now toward the net, he scores! Slip back out to the blue line. Shot score! Rodney scores! The goal score! It's 3 right the record book. It's a hat trick. Skates in over the line. Deep shoots. In the slot. Shot. Save. Game is over.
Hello and welcome, hockey fans. It's time for another edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week. I'm Joe Benson, play-by-play voice of the Kansas City Mavericks. We'll start in the Central Division, where the Iowa Heartlanders outlasted the Indy Fuel Sunday at Extreme Arena, led by first-star goaltender Dante Januzzi.
Lemos receives, cross ice, 13 seconds. High slot Lemos, 10 seconds. Slapper, blocked. Iowa gets it. They cleared it to the line, not out. 4, 3, Burke, 2, fed across. Save, Iowa wins in a thriller. A 6-on-4 kill to end the game. In Iowa, a 5-win-in-a-row streak.
Third time in team history that Iowa swept a 3-game home weekend and their first of the season. David Fott on the call on the Heartlanders Broadcast Network. Staying in the Central Division, we turn to the Indy Fuel, who began the week by hosting one of the league's hottest teams, the Wheeling Nailers. A tight goaltenders duel sent the game to overtime, all square at 1. That's when Indy goaltender Ben Goudreau made a save in tight, leading to Ryan Gagne's heroics.
In front, all alone, Ortiz save, made Gaudreau, rebound, pinball, you're out in the crease. It's taken out of there by Gagne. Gagne may have a breakaway. Gagne across the line, being chased. Gagne forehand, backhand scores! Ryan Gagne with a 200-foot breakaway, and the Fuel win it 2-1.
Gagne's second overtime goal of the year gave the Fuel a 2-1 victory. That was Andrew Smith on the Indy Fuel Broadcast Network. Turning to the North Division, the Reading Royals welcomed their fellow Cats of the North Division in the Trois-Rivières Lions to town for 3 games this past weekend. After scoring his first ECHL career goal on Saturday, Royals forward Cam Cook had an appetite for more come Sunday.
On that left leg will finally get to the bench. Royals with a man-up advantage for the time being. Cook drives and scores! A second goal in as many days. Cam Cook, the second of his ECHL career.
Cook's goal ignited a 3-goal come-from-behind win for the Royals over the Lions on Sunday, taking the weekend series 2-1. That was Eric Jessberger on the Royals Broadcast Network and Flyers Radio 24/7. Lastly, we move to the South Division, where the South Carolina Stingrays earned a 7-3 victory in Atlanta against the Gladiators last week. Stingrays captain Jacob Graves scored his first goal of the season, and it came against his former club. Here's how it sounded.
South Carolina leading 6-3 here in Atlanta. Tyler Weiss into the offensive zone. Saucer pass to Graves. He moves in. Graves scores! Jacob Graves, the first of the year for him. It's a 7-3 lead for the Rays.
Graves was named the #1 star of the game. The Stingrays have 2 games against the Greenville Swamp Rabbit this weekend, with a game against Orlando sandwiched in between. That was Owen Gund on the call on the Stingrays Broadcast Network. That concludes this week's ECHL Plays of the Week. Thanks for tuning in. And
a big thank you to the voice of the Kansas City Mavericks, Joe Benson, taking you all through our latest edition of the ECHL Plays of the Week. And for the Royals and the Icemen here in downtown, Reading, a 4-3 score here in our second intermission, third period, just about 13 minutes away from commencing, where we catch up on a review of our game so far tonight. The Royals with 3 of those 5 goals scored in the middle frame. It began tonight with a 1-1 score after 20 minutes. Matt Brown with his 8th of the season. This is by Mason Primo and Michael Kim at 5:13. Gave the Royals the game-opening goal for the 3rd time in their last 4 contests overall. And it was Olivier Nadeau for Jacksonville before the intermission would tie the score, his 9th of the season. Brown and Nadeau, that will come back later for another goal, and it came shortly into the second period, just 2:42 in, when Brown would earn his 4th multi-goal game of his professional career and his 9th goal of the season. That goal unassisted, followed by Tyson Kirkby and Ryan Label tallies. Kirkby with his first of his ECHL career, assisted by Austin Master and Cam Cook. That 4th line for the Royals tonight, doing some damage, giving the Royals a 3-1 lead. Then Ryan Leibold with his 7th of the season, assisted by Denis, and Matt Brown, who earned his 3rd point of the night, would have Reading up 4-1. But it's the latest goals, 2 of which from Jacksonville, that have us at a 1-goal game entering the 3rd period. Nadeau with his 2nd of the night, 10th of the season, assisted by Peter Tischke, the 6th-year pro from Illinois. He earns the lone assist on Nadeau's goal. Liam Coughlin then at 17-19, late in the 2nd period, 4th of the season, the lone power play we've had tonight. It ends up in the back of the net, Jacksonville converting. Logan Cockrell and Ivan Shukarov with the assist on the 4th goal of the season for Coughlin. And that has it a 1-goal game with Jacksonville looking to spurt the comeback, entering this 3rd period here after our 2nd intermission. Keep it right here on the Royals Broadcast Network for a 3rd period of play while you check in and enjoy play continuing between the Lehigh Valley Phantoms and the Rochester Americans up in Rochester, New York at Blue Cross Arena tonight. Lehigh Valley at the end of 40 minutes, they also lead by a goal. It's a 1-0 score with Parker Hagan, who earned his first American Hockey League shutout last weekend and was looking to make it 2 here in the 2025 calendar year. So both Lehigh Valley and Reading here in the 2nd intermission will be up next with 3rd period of play from Santander Arena. After this break here on the Royals Broadcast Network on Flow Sports, our Mixler streaming app, and our intermittent broadcast on 99.3 FM, presented by our friends at Dabbler Dental, official dentist of the Reading Royals.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Barron Rings, official championship ring supplier. Bellevue University, official higher education partner. BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Dash, official mobile auction platform. The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider. Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider. Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner. Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider. In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider. Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner. And Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
Calling all those seeking to buy, sell, or rent, residential or commercial. This is Dan Peasy, owner of Next Home Brandywine, a preferred real estate partner of the Reading Royals. My team has the local knowledge, experience, and honesty that you need to navigate today's market. We can help you find your next home. We have multilingual agents to serve you. If you see me at Royals games this year, let's talk hockey and houses. Mention the discount code SCORE. Visit our website at nexthomebrandywine.com. Let's go Royals!
Reading Royals hockey is in action with promotional games right in Berks County. Tickets starting at $14 gives you a seat to the high-flying hits, electrifying goals, and fun with Slapshot the whole family will love. Experience a game at Santander Arena on a weekend or weeknight by getting your tickets at royalshockey.com or by calling 610-898-7825 today. Judd Firestone Plumbing, your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, Judd Firestone Plumbing's team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every single time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or the bath of your dreams, Judd Firestone Plumbing handles it all with professionalism and care. Call Judd Firestone Plumbing today at 610-678-9080, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind. Craving something fresh and fast during the game? Stop by the Salsa Burrito stand behind Section 120 at Santander Arena for delicious burritos, quesadillas, and more. It's the perfect spot to grab a quick bite while you enjoy Royals hockey. Try Salsa Burrito today. New Beginnings Massage Wellness Center is the official massage therapist of the Reading Royals. You are living your best life when your mind and body are balanced and healthy. Massage is not just a luxury, it's a way to a healthier, happier life. Visit New Beginnings Massage Wellness Center in Wyomissing today. Swing Evolutions, located right here in Berks County, is the premier indoor golf and sports simulator. With over 8 bays and access to more than 1,000 courses, is the perfect spot for everything from hosting a party to enjoying a fun day out. Whether you're a seasoned golfer or just looking for something different to do, Swing Evolutions has you covered for a great time. Learn more and book your outing at swingevolutions.com. The best mascot in the ECHL, Slapshot, paid a visit to Berks Career and Technology Center to check out their cosmetology department. Despite being a lion and maintaining his sharp claws, he doesn't have much experience painting nails. Slapshot went head-to-head for Cheyenne and Jocelyn to see if he could keep up with their skills. How do you think Slapshot did? Experiences like these are why BCTC is regarded as one of the premier career and technical education facilities in all of Pennsylvania. BCTC operates on 2 campuses, each situated on more than 23 picturesque acres in Berks County. For more information on the center's programs and facilities, visit berkscareer.com today. Berks Foods is the official hot dog of the Reading Royals and will be grilling up fan favorites all season long. Berks Foods has been making premium quality franks,
sausages, and deli specialties for over 89 years. Burke's Hot Dogs features nothing but the finest ingredients, 100% premium cuts of beef and pork, the perfect blend of seasoning and spices, and absolutely no fillers, no MSG, and is also gluten-free. When you eat a Burke's, you're eating the best. Burke's Foods is proud to be the official hot dog of your Reading Royals, and you can find them at your local supermarkets and visit them at www.burksfoods.com. Burke's, the best in the business. Today's event is being streamed live and on demand on FloHockey, part of the Flo Sports Network. With a FloHockey subscription, you get access to all Flo Sports sites. That's over 25 sports. Never miss a moment with over 30,000 events per year. In-depth coverage, behind-the-scenes access, original documentaries, highlights, breaking news, and more. Visit FloHockey.tv to learn more and sign up today. That's FLOHockey.tv. Heidelberg Country Club is Berks County's premier golf, social, and banquet facility. Conveniently located off Route 183, just 10 minutes north of the Reading Airport, its scenic views, majestic clubhouse, and outstanding golf course will create the perfect setting for your next special event. For group golf and special occasion gatherings, Heidelberg Country Club will leave the lasting impression you desire. For more information, phone their sales office or go to heidelbergcc.com. That's Heidelberg, HeidelbergCC.com today. The Cheers restaurant at the Doubletree of Hilton Reading is the post-game spot for our Royals post-game parties this season. Join us for the post-game shows featuring player special guests and be available for pictures. Swing on into the Cheers restaurant at the Doubletree on Penn Street for Royals post-game parties. Visit RoyalsHockey.com to see the full party schedule and stream the post-game show on the Royals Broadcast Network with the Mixler app. Don't miss the chaos and fun in store during Gritty's visit to the Reading Royals Flyers Affiliation Night on Saturday, January 18th, presented by Intersys. A fleece helmet giveaway and Gritty Mayhem with Slapshot are all in store. Score our Dominantal Family 4-pack with food, drink, and 4 tickets included for just $84. The Royals Flyers Affiliation Night on Saturday, January 18th. Tickets available at RoyalsHockey.com.
Hi, this is Lou Felix Denis, forward for the Reading Royals. Listen to Royals Hockey at home and on the go on the Royals Broadcast Network with the Mixler app.
A one-goal game, the Royals in front on home ice, but the Icemen have been creeping in. 2 goals to conclude that second period for Jacksonville. bring this to a one-goal affair with 20 more minutes of guaranteed hockey to go. You are in the right place for it all. Eric Chesberger here to take you through the third period tonight, round 1 of 3 over the next 4 days in the 6-10 between Jacksonville and Reading, the third all-time clash between the two. And with both teams finding a win in their prior 2 contests back in the 2017-18 season, a all-time series lead up for grabs at the end of the next 20 minutes, or if we have some post-regulation hockey for the first time between these two clubs in history. Here at center ice, the Royals win the draw, and it's right-to-left skating in this third period, sporting the black attire with the orange numbers on their backs and sleeves, and the purple crest of the line with a crown, replicating tradition and strong play, 23 seasons and counting. And it's Matt Brown, 2 goals tonight and 3 points. He pivots back to the blue line. Brown, number 37, down the left wing, blue attire, and it's Ivan Shukarov going step for step, reading Brown like a book, and feeds it out to center ice where the Icemen left to right in the white tops, white helmets in the navy blue pants and numbers. Cough it up. Here comes Brock Caulfield. Darting across the neutral zone. Drops back to Primo. In shot. Saved by Vernon. Bobbled and paddled away from his crease. A stop. Unable to corral the puck. But Vernon in goal. Able to save enough of the Primo sizzler shot in between the circles. Behind the net of Ty Taylor. Royals debut tonight. His first ECHL career start. His 53rd appearance of his pro career in goal with an overall record of 14, 25, and 3. It's been the efforts of Taylor tonight that has Reading in front by 1, seeing 29 shots through 40 minutes, saving 26 of those 29 shots, while Matt Vernon, opposite end, second pro netminder out of Calgary, Alberta, son of 2-time Stanley Cup champion Mike Vernon. He has seen 22 shots. He has stopped 18 of them. Far boards. A save by Taylor will steer it to the near end. And a battle for the puck, won out by Coughlin. Had that late goal in the second period. Held it at the blue line, then finally forced away from Coughlin's grasp by the Pickering, Ontario native in Jake Smith. Skating at Reading's blue line. Denis to Smith, back to the knee. Across the blue line. Denis dangles. First shot, oh, goal blocked away. Able to dance around the knee man, but unable to get the shot away from him. It was Robert Colissi on the back check. He springs the puck out the center ice, intercepted by Casero. He'll lend it to Leibold, one of the 3 goals in that second period off of Ryan Leibold's twig, his 7th of the season. And it'll be the pending recipient of this pass that won't get there. Abandoned ahead. Master tucked it on a backhand, and a save by Vernon. Austin Master pulling off the tricks from his bag. Almost ended up on the ECHL Plays of the Week with that tuck through the legs and a backhand shovel. Vernon swats it away with ease. Far corner. Master trying to get back. The puck handled. Blue line. Chevaudet off his shot. Blocked down. Hit off of Michael Kim. Fed forward, but unable to go tape to tape between Tyson Kirkby and Master. 4th line on the ice for the Royals. Jacksonville trying to take advantage with a shot. Saved by Taylor off his shoulder. Puck popped away from Master to corral. Skates out the center ice. 3 Royals getting in a 1 Iceman skater. And it's right at Ruddy's bench. And a jab from Lang, who just took a haymaker into the right ear of Cam Cook. And that's going to be the perhaps easiest penalty call of the season. And letting the emotions get the better of him is going to be the first Iceman skater to the penalty box tonight. And it's Chase Lang, 8th professional season, 318th professional career game tonight. 50 penalty minutes is 3rd most among all Iceman skaters on the roster. It's Ty Chevaudet, who has 99 penalty minutes, which ranks 5th most in the entire league. Leading that department, but along with Lang goes Royals forward Cam Cook to the box, who has established a 3-game point streak with an assist tonight following 2 goals last Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be Cook giving the gate as well. So some extra ice to work with, 4-on-4, as what was pending a Royals first power play of the night evaporates into offsetting minor penalties. 2 minutes each with 16:50 to go in the third period. The Icemen win the draw. A shot towards the net blocked down by Stucker. The D-man out of St. Paul, Minnesota, hits the deck, but able to play the body. Davis. Gosh, away from the puck. Stucker to Brown. Winding around Taylor's net. The New Jersey native will wheel back on Reading zone. Inside 16 minutes ago in the third period. Shots favoring Jacksonville 31-23 tonight. And here in this third period of a one-goal game, it's Jacksonville with a lone shot on goal here through 4.5. Far boards. Stucker will lift this in behind the net of Vernon. On the attack goes Matt Miller. Racing up the near end. It's played by Jacksonville. On the stick of Tischke. Beats far end. Rattle back near side. No man home to play to the blue line. Van Wise forced to chase it down out at center ice. And they'll scoop it up for the Icemen behind Vernon's goal. 35 seconds remaining on the 4-on-4 with Cook and Lang in the box. Puck poked away. Sam Sadler, the D-man, trying to break out on a one-on-one date with Vernon. He's caught up to and tracking down the 21-year-old from St. Mary's, Ontario, is the veteran Ivan Zhukarov. Spin around shot from Primo, easily muscled aside by Vernon, but the leftovers scooped up by Sedley. He'll take it out the center ice with Tischke in his back pocket. Casera, open ice, dropped. Primo gets the puck, feeds Sedley, had to go through his stick blade and skates. 3-on-1 for the Icemen. Penalties expire. Blasto goal scores. And the Icemen, off the turnover by Reading, tied the game at 4 apiece with 14:28 to go in the third period. Robert Callisti, the former Florida Everblade, sends a howitzer 2 strides out from the crease. Nothing besides a flail of the mitt Ty Taylor could do, and we are now even Steven with 14.5 minutes remaining of regulation tonight. 3 straight goals for Jacksonville, erasing a 4-1 lead for Reading at the 10-minute mark of the second period. Jacksonville, who was shut out on Tuesday, but the prior 3 games of a 3-game win streak, had scored 4 or more goals in all 3 of those contests, have found that gear they had in those 3 wins. Here in the second period on. And it's now the Icemen with a chance to take their first lead of the night. It's Jordan on the near side. They'll play this puck in behind Taylor's goal. Michael Kim back to Corral. Coughed it up. Wrist shot. Saved by Taylor. Caught the outside of the net, and the stick of Tyler Gren flutters away from his reach. Well, slashing down on that 1-T from Cash will deny a better shot from reaching Taylor than the one that got it on his right pad. A bank from Vernon off the near window will lead Cheveldayoff up ice. Stripped of the puck cleanly by Valerian. His pass to Cook. Cook down the right wing. Will blow a tire. Goes back first into the board. Spiraled out. But Reading able to dig it away. Blue line blast goes wide right of Vernon's goal. Ricochets to the near corner. Valerian, the D-man, steps up for Reading. Trying to keep it on sides. Tyson Kirkby with a reinforcement. But the brick wall at the blue line won't hold its ground. And Jacksonville will handle the puck out to the neutral zone on the backhand. Logan Cockrell picked cleanly on the puck by Cook, who will swat it back into Jacksonville zone. A great shift there for the Halifax, Nova Scotia native on a 3-game point streak with an assist earned tonight in Cam Cook. Backhand for Casero finds Sedley at the red line. Some extracurriculars behind the net of Vernon between Kirkby and Jacksonville's Logan Cockrell, certainly with an edge to his play. His 3rd professional season, 2nd here in the States after playing 1 year over in Sweden. Casero will retreat behind Taylor's goal with 12 minutes remaining in our third period. A 4-4 score. Reading 24 shots, Jacksonville with 34. Casero surveying his options. Nothing up ice for the time being with Cockrell in his vicinity. Pass finally out to center ice and is picked off immediately by Brown. Jacksonville lost a stick. That's out of the reach of Brown. Banks the puck away from Denise, so the twig ends up doing wonders for the captain and Christopher Brown, the veteran, getting the job done without the stick even in his hand. A magnet for the puck, and that wizardry worked by Brown will allow Jacksonville to maintain puck control. 11.5. Trickling down in the third period. Callisti at the blue line. Moments ago tying the score. Will feed it to Garrett Van Wy with the A on his sweater. He'll rattle it around the boards to the far end. Kim will steer it to Brown. Royals with their top line on the ice. Brown's pass ends up right on the lap of a backup goaltender tonight, and the newest addition to the Royals roster today in Gage Alexander. And perhaps a inkling of what's to come tomorrow if Alexander is given the nod for his Royals debut, signed, or reassigned rather, from the Detroit Red Wings, from the Grand Rapids Griffins, their American Hockey League affiliate, to the Royals. And in our first media timeout of the third period, we provide some light to how a goaltender under a contract with another team can end up here with Reading. Well, it's simple as that team can choose an opportunity. Not every team has, that being an NHL team, has an ECHL affiliate. For the sake of the Detroit Red Wings, their ECHL affiliate in the Toledo Walleye, they currently have 2 NHL contracted goaltenders, which means there is little to no minutes to share to a netminder like Gage Alexander, draft pick of the Anaheim Ducks back in 2021. And the netminder, looking to find a home, if you will, Jason Binkley, needing a goaltender with Ty Taylor as the current lone active goaltender as of yesterday, with Keith Petrozelli recalled from his loan by the Lehigh Valley Phantoms yesterday as well. We'll make the right call, get the connection, and we welcome Gage Alexander to the fold for the Royals. Backing up in his number 1 tonight, the native of Alberta, at 6'6", 205, 22 years of age. In his second full professional season, he began his pro career with the San Diego Gulls, the American Hockey League affiliate of the Anaheim Ducks, the team in which he was drafted by. In 2021, in the 5th round, 148th overall. And his last bit of game action came last season with the Tulsa Oilers. 19 game appearances, 5-8-1 record for Alexander. So if he were to make an appearance in goal for this 3-game series against Jacksonville, it would be his first game action this season, after not getting a nod in his time with the Grand Rapids Griffins or the Toledo Walleye. But Alexander finding a souvenir in his first game on the Royals bench tonight. Backing up Ty Taylor, who is making his Royals debut and is looking to backstop a victory, and one that does not hand Jacksonville a come from behind one in that fashion. Brown with a wrist shot, shouldered away by Vernon. Near boards, Primo will win the battle. Connect with Brown, who links up with Primo on the far end. Royals right to left skating, 10.5 remaining in the third period. Brock Caulfield on this first line, right winger with Primo and Brown. Unable to win that duel. Out at center ice, the Icemen skate 2-on-1 for a time being. Stays on sides, crowd, and Michael Kim threw up arms, didn't agree with it. But we play on 5-on-5 near blue line. Kosh will step up, go goal line. Whereas play by Coughlin, up to the left faceoff circle, wrapping around. Kosh looking for space, goes to the left dot from the right. Fumbles over the stick of Coughlin. The 2 trade passes. Now near end to Lowen. Lowen, blue line, shot, rifled over the goal. Garham's off the glass, near boards. Brown bumped off the puck by Coughlin. Far half boards. 9:45 remaining in the third. Between the circles, a shot on Taylor, save, and a jab late will spark some flair outside of Taylor's crease. And not being much of the favorite of the Royals is Zach Jordan for that late jab there on a 3-game point drought. Jordan leading, or tied for the team lead among Iceman skaters and goals with 11. Trying to get a goal in the dirty area, as they call it there. Can't find the loose puck from Taylor. Media timeout with 9:40 remaining in the third period. And for all fans tuning in, looking to take your experience at a Royals game to the next level. Royals 365 is where it's at and has benefits like this to share with all of you all season long.
365 is bringing new meaning to being a Royals season ticket holder. You are now part of a year-round membership. As a Royals 365 season member, you can experience being a Royals fan with tickets to every home game, gain access to exclusive promotions, merchandise, perks and benefits, and events throughout the entire year. You are no longer season ticket holders. You are now Royals 365 season members. Join Royals 365 today.
Royals 365, more info available at royalshockey.com, and all the perks and benefits that come with being a season ticket holder increased with an all year-round membership, including chances over the summer to experience team exclusive events, meet the team events, signings, locker room tours, and more. Find more on Royals 365 and become a member and the VIP fans in Royals Nation at royalshockey.com today. Center ice, 9.5 minutes remaining in the third period. Score tied at 4. The Icemen have scored 3 consecutive, with 2 in the second, 1 here in the third. And the Royals looking to avoid dropping one here when leading after 40 minutes. After 2 periods, the Royals, when leading, are 9-1 overall. They are 4-0 here on home ice, in jeopardy if unable to come on the right end of the scoreboard after the next 9 minutes. 4 boards is played by Skirving. Back to Casero. Skirving on a 3-game point streak at risk of ending tonight. He feeds left wing to Liebold. Puck rattles into Jacksonville's zone immediately. Banks right back out to the red line where Kim drives it back in deep. Vernon cuts it off behind his goal. Settles it for Logan Cockrell, the younger brother of former Royal Garrett Cockrell, who in fact is here in the building tonight as the video coach for Jacksonville. Near end, toe picking and hitting the deck is Brown. Get back to his feet with dust on his pants, and a tripped up Iceman skater will draw a penalty delayed here against the Royals. Iceman will play the puck near end. Blosh, Calisti hits the outside of the cage. Iceman back on it behind the goal. Christopher Brown looking over from behind the net. Feeds blue line. Calisti, left dot. Quick pass, near end to Van Wy. One more to MacArthur. Feed up the near end. Royals trying to poke this puck away. 6 on 5 for the time being. Iceman advantage. Left to right. Left dot. Toe drag. Denis will poke it down. Send it all the way down the ice. Well, the crowd will give a tongue-in-cheek cheer for an empty net goal. But, of course, with Denis touching the puck, will draw the penalty against the Royals. And to the box goes Michael Kim, the former Wilkes-Barre Grand Penguin and Springfield Thunderbird as well as Hershey Bear in the 22-23 season at the American Hockey League level. And Kim to the box will give Jacksonville their second power play of the game. They are 1 for 1, and it's now the Royals' penalty kill tasked with keeping this game tied at 4. With 7:52 remaining in the third period, would also be a great time for a 5th shorthanded goal of the season, if I may ask or request. 3 of the 4 shorties on the year have come here at Santander Arena. Todd Skirving with 2. Denis with the 3rd, and it's Matt Miller with the lone road shorthanded goal of the season for Reading. And the most recent one, which came on December the 11th at Worcester. Jacksonville, here on the power play, they take the man advantage. Bottom 5 in the league on the PP, but 1 for 1 tonight. Drive on net, blocked down by the first Royal in front. It's Miller on his backhand. He'll scamper to it with Skirving to his right. Miller down the left wing. Will slow up at the blue line and snap this puck around the boards. Cut off by Calisti moments ago. Your game-tying goal score on the ice here for this power play in Jacksonville, spearheaded by Logan Cockrell with 3 goals on the power play. Near end, deflection goes wide right of the goal. Set up the cross crease tic-tac-toe on the back door. Taylor out of position, but could not be finished off with a hat trick by Olivier Nadeau. Jordan and Grando also have 3 power play goals on the season. A community effort for this Jacksonville man advantage, trying to take their first lead on the night here with 6.5 minutes ticking down in the third period of a 4-4 score. Blue line, Jacksonville, left to right in the white tops. Jordan steps up, blue line. Grando will handle it. Go back to the blue line where MacArthur sets a drive. Deflection, saved by Taylor. Punched it away to the far end. Icemen hop right back on it. Royals penalty kill. 30 seconds left to shed off the Michael Kim minor penalty for tripping. And a loose puck played by Sedley. Spear down at the blue line. And a MacArthur wrist shot whistled over the net will exit the Royal zone and give the penalty kill. 3 fresh skaters on with a lone D-man. John Franco Casero left fending for himself for the time being. Grando able to get into the zone. Royals back in formation. Blue line off of Gren. Hits off the near glass. Kim out of the box, and the penalty kill does its job. Keeps this game tied at 4 with 5:45 remaining in the third period. Off the bench, but not able to get into the zone with the puck. Comes the D-man in. Or forward, rather, Logan Cockrell sets up a drive on net. Say Taylor, the rebound from the crease is swatted away by Grattan. Grattan with a Iceman stick in his hand. That's from Tischke, and he caught up some lumber in between his skates. Will now get the pass from Stucker at Reading's blue line. Bank it around the net, Vernon. Moderado Engineering penalty kill. Powering every Royals penalty kill this season. 1 for 2 tonight for the Royals. And you can switch gears like the Royals do for reliable mechanical, electrical, and plumbing engineering services with Moderado Engineering, official penalty kill sponsor of every Royals penalty kill this season. Matt Brown, 2 goals and an assist tonight. What else does he have here in the Matt Brown show so far on this Friday night faceoff? Thought one away. Iceman shot a juicy rebound off the pad of Taylor. Could not be pounded in. And it's Brown in transition with the leftovers. Takes it behind the goal of Vernon. Draped into the boards by Ty Cheveldayoff. Skating in his 39th pro career game. Caught for the puck. A shot on goal denied. Jake Smith took it away from Cheveldayoff. And the 21-year-old will count his lucky stars as Matt Vernon makes the stop at the left post. That puck floated in on Vernon. He'll glove it, settle it, and give it away to his D-man. Played out the center by Tischke. Sedley back to retrieve the puck on the Reading zone. Around Taylor's net, Sedley connects with Lou Felix Denis, who pops it over the head of Primo. Gives possession back over to Jacksonville inside 4 minutes to go in regulation. And our score tied at that mark of 4. Near boards, Sedley will melt the dangerous skater in Olivier Nadeau tonight for Jacksonville into the glass. A shot on net snared by Taylor, who holds on for the whistle. 3:42 remaining in our third period. Score tied at 4. It's the Icemen with 3 straight goals. The Royals trying to find the latest and the last of the night. Outshot 40-26 overall tonight. Outshot 11-5 in this third period, but all that matters is which puck and which shot finds the back of the net. This break in play, we take the moment to recognize the following team sponsors of the Royals broadcast this season, including our intermittent broadcast sponsors of Dobbin Ensel, official dentist of the Reading Royals, official sponsor of every Royals intermittent broadcast this season. Goes a recognition to Burke's Foods, Dex Home Brady Wine, IBEW, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Heidelberg Country Club, Salsa Burrito, New Beginnings Massage, Swings Evolutions, Jimmy G's Railroad House, Salsa Burrito, and Next Home Brady Wine team at Dan Peasy, sponsoring every Royal starting netminder this season, and the Dan Peasy Next Home Brady Wine team looking to see Ty Taylor, who has faced 40 shots tonight, has saved 36 of them to this point, trying to earn his first ECHL career win. Second appearance at the ECHL level after coming in relief for the Orlando Solar Bears, where he saved 8 of 9 shots in 26 minutes of game time back in the 21-22 season. A couple of shots, bank wide of the goal. Royals beckoning out support and orders from the bench. Iceman, a battle in front of the goal, hits off of Van Wy. Sedley will scoop it up, give it to the captain, and Skirving cool, calm, and collective will take it out the center ice, but surrendered it over to Jacksonville. Olivier Nadeau, not a skater you want to give the puck to. He banks it back, and Skirving intercepts it right back. 3-on-3 for the Royals up ice. Right to left skating, Stucker will crank this around the boards. Far near end, Skirving settles it for Stucker. His shot blocked away. In front was Peter Tischke, and the 29-year-old from Illinois with 78 American Hockey League career games between Rochester and Colorado will wear that wrist shot from Stucker off his leg. Step up for Vernon, who was called out of position. 2.5 minutes remaining in our third period. Shot number 41 of the night from Jacksonville. Blocked aside by Taylor. Rebound handed by Cockrell. Weaves back, right wing, thrown to the goal line. Slinging this back to the high slot is MacArthur. To Jukarov, back to MacArthur, who goes rink wide. Played into the zone by Tischke. Blue line, almost intercepted by Brown, trying to break out on a chance one-on-one with Vernon, but swiftly skating around the pesky Matt Brown is Ivan Shukarov, and the veteran showing off that wise and commanding edge to his play. As a rookie may have fumbled the puck, landed it over to Matt Brown, who would have had a game perhaps on his stick, along with a chance at a first professional career hat trick. The 25-year-old from Woodridge, New Jersey, under American Hockey League contract with the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. It's Matt Brown, matching his career high of 3 points for the second time in his pro career. Previously here at South Sound Arena on December the 30th of 2023, with 2 goals and assists in that effort of a 4-3 overtime win for the Royals over the Worcester Railers, where Brown scored the overtime game winner. Tonight with 2 goals, his third multi-goal game of his pro career, and a icing against Reading will bring a draw back in front of Taylor with 96 seconds remaining in regulation. Jacksonville now doubling the Royals in shots, 42-26. And Ty Taylor looking to hold off Jacksonville's last-ditch effort in regulation. He's had the kitchen sink thrown at him tonight. While the Royals logging 4 goals on 26 shots against their former netminder in Matt Vernon. Draw left side of Taylor. Won by the Icemen. They have won 4 consecutive draws. We'll come back to hurt Reading as Smith will lead Denis at the left wing. Denis slows up at the blue line and will shovel his puck in deep. 1:20 ticking down in the third period. Far board, Shukarov leading the Icemen into the offensive zone. Left to right, Jacksonville skates in the white tops. A huge bone-crushing hit behind Taylor's goal. Stucker on the front end of the freight train from Olivier Nadeau. Stucker back to his feet, will win this duel with Nadeau, evidently up the right wing, offsides on the Royals, and Reading thought they were taking a 2-on-1 in on net. Seen otherwise by the linesman and Sean Perry. Neutral zone draw in front of Jacksonville's bench with 61 seconds remaining in regulation. The captain's duel. Brown for Jacksonville, Skirving for Reading. And it's Reading's leader winning it back. Sedley will snap it around the far to the near end. Grattan will chip it back where it came from, far boards. Miller gave a jab into Cockrell, but the Jacksonville third-year pro forward will air it right back in on Vernon. Icemen play catch on their own zone with 40 seconds ticking down in the third period. A home run pass connects to MacArthur, the NHL contracted forward. Goes rink wide to Cockrell, speeding into the zone, back in. Net front, one-timer, whistled over the cage. Set up pretty by Cockrell on a silver platter for Ivan Shukarov, but couldn't put it on target. 20 seconds ticking down in the third. Jacksonville behind Taylor's goal. Melted off the puck is MacArthur, and Sedley has it. Royals up ice, right to left. Primo, blue line, shot, saved by Vernon. Trickles off the right pad. Primo on his rebound, 5 seconds to go in the third. A log jam on the near half boards, and for the first time in the third old-time meeting between the Royals and the Icemen, we have post-regulation hockey. And for the first round of 3 in 4 days, Both teams will get even more used to each other in their first clash since 2018. Overtime for the sixth time this season for the Royals. They are 0 for 4 in the overtime stands, and their lone post-regulation win came in their latest edition of post-60-minute hockey, a shootout victory in the first game of the 2025 calendar year at Worcester. They are 0 and 4 in overtime overall, 0 and 3 here on home ice. For the Jacksonville Icemen, they are all quite used to these post-regulation game scenarios as they play in their 9th post-regulation game of the season, which ties for 8th most in the league. And in those 8 prior overtime post-regulation games, the Icemen 5-2-0-1. They are 5-2 in overtime, 0-1 in a shootout. Royals advantage there, and the netminders and Matt Vernon for Jacksonville and Ty Taylor for Reading. They'll give a quick stick tap to each other, a sign of respect for tonight's showing, and now it's what goaltender ends up in the win column at the end of this one is to be determined. 3-on-3 for 7 minutes. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with me on Flow Sports, our Mixler streaming app, our internet broadcast on 99.3 FM, presented by Dobbs and Hensel, and a great night to have some free Flow Sports available courtesy of the ECHL and Flow Sports tonight. A shout out for all of those service members making that possible. Sit back and enjoy this one. It's overtime for the first of 3 games in 4 days between these two clubs. And out on the ice for Reading, Mason Primo with Ryan Leibold and Sam Sedley, while Christopher Brown, he'll take the center ice draw for Jacksonville, wins it back skating, along with Davis Cash, the leading points collector on this Jacksonville club, and Noah Lowen, the lone D-man, out for the Icemen, right to left in the white tops. Draw one back, and the Royals handle the opening puck control in overtime. Left to right skating, and it's Leibold going coast to coast across the blue line. Will drop it to Sedley from Primo. Sedley, the D-man, trade spots with Leibold, who weaves back out to center ice. Reading, who played their last post-regulation game just 5 games ago, that 4-3 shootout win over Worcester. Leibold, tribal net kick save by Vernon. Send it to the forwards. Leibold will snap it back out the center ice. Michael Kim will give a chase. Took a friendly bounce off the penalty box door. Kim into the zone, just a hair offsides. Crowd, they don't quite agree with the call, but it will stand offsides in a neutral zone face-off to resume play with 6:08 remaining in OT. It's been 280 days since the Royals' last overtime win. That came in game number 71 of 72 for the Royals last season. Wills Molick had that overtime game-winning goal in OT. And the Royals are looking to have that part of the record book freshened up. They're 0 for 4 in overtime games this season to this point. Logan Cockrell will weave back. 5-2 record for the Icemen in OT. And Cockrell dangles forehand, poked away by Casero. Great work with the stick by the Ontario native for Reading. Iceman right to left, played back down low, maintaining puck control. Blue line for Brown. He'll skate out the center ice with a handle on the puck. And it's Matt Brown onto the ice for the Royals. Tied for the most OT game winners last season. He had 2. One here in Reading, the other at the Norfolk Scope Arena against the Admirals. Blue line, stepping across, unable to put a shot on goal with Sedley all over him. Weaving back to the blue line is Liam Coughlin with a goal in that second period. Pass swatted down. Matt Miller tripped up from behind, and a delayed penalty against the Icemen. Royals break out with a 4-on-3 as Ty Taylor makes the long rush scamper from his net to the bench. Matt Brown is the extra skater. 4-on-3. The crowd rises to their feet. Brown with Stucker. High slot. Play catch. Brown looking in as Denise sets up in front of the net, and the puck coughed up by Stucker will blow this 4-on-3 dead. But what we will have is 4-on-3 with a power play for Reading with 4:38 remaining in overtime. It's the first man advantage opportunity of the night for the Royals. And it comes here in the extra frame. To the box goes Chris Grando. Third on the Icemen in goals. He'll be out of the fold for Jacksonville tonight for the time being, as a timeout called by assistant coach Ryan Anderson, spearheading the man advantage work for the Royals this season, and will draw up his formula to defeat Mount Vernon for the 5th, and what will be the final time here tonight. Jacksonville's last post-regulation game just 6 games ago. They fell in a shootout 5-4. A part of a 3-game losing skid here on the road. They look to snap here tonight with a victory and taking the 2nd point. Last post-regulation win 13 games ago at Orlando on December the 18th. Garrett Van Wy had the game winner, 4:09 into the extra frame. Royals here with will draw one back. And the Jacksonville penalty will give the Royals 4-on-3 left to right. They win the draw back. Primo down low, cross crease, kick save, Vernon. Brown able to dig it away, and the Royals keep it in the attacking zone. Michael Kim on the ice with Smith, Primo, and Brown. Brown set up at the goal line. Primo handles the puck, right dot to Brown. They trade spots. Primo now sets up in front of Vernon. Standing at 6'5", working as a brick wall. Miller gives it to Brown. Shot into the chest of Vernon. And as Primo kind of ladled in front and like a red carpet to a bull, opened up the path for Brown to drive it on net. Vernon able to see it all the way in, make the save. That's Vernon's 26th save of the game on the 30th shot he has seen. Opposite crease, Ty Taylor, 42 shots faced, 38 saves. Here in his first ECHL career start and first appearance in the black, orange, and purple for the Royals. Draw one back by the Iceman, but Matt Brown will win the draw away along the boards. Feed Kim at the blue line. Royals set up their attack. Smith with Kim, high slot. Kim looks in, floats it to the left side of the net. Primo cannot get a paddle of his stick on the puck. It ricochets far corner for Smith. His drive on goal, and a save by Vernon, covered up the wickets. And it caroms off the left pad. Behind the net, Smith wins the battle, digs it to Brown on the near end. Royals keep it alive. Kim, his shot, blocked away by Vernon. Far corner. Smith back to Kim. Smith handles left dot. Skates back to the high slot of Royals. 2 skaters down low, too high. Kim loads up. Smith near end to Brown. Bottom of the face-off circle, pass to Smith, banked away. Iceman will allow Smith to re-corral with 30 seconds remaining on the Royals power play. 4-on-3 here in overtime with 3 minutes and change left in the extra frame. Brown, pass to Primo, intercepted, carved out by Coughlin. He'll skate up ice with puck control. One of the 3 goal scorers for Jacksonville tonight. And he'll dump it all the way down. 10 seconds remaining on the Royals power play with 2:45 left in OT. 4-4 score. And it's Sedley with a drop from Kim. We'll lead the Royals into the zone. We go 4-on-4 for the time being. Skirving, his wrist shot on net. Saved by Vernon, could not corral. Chukarov able to fork it away from harm's way. Far boards, and the Royals pounce back on it at center ice. Stucker to Sedley. Sedley weaving his way through a sea of white sweaters. Will step into the offensive zone. 4-on-4 with the penalty expired. To Jacksonville's Chris Grando. 2:11 remaining in OT. Royals left to right in front of Ty Taylor. It's Stucker at the center ice logo. Banked off a Chukaraj twig. Fed back on to Matt Vernon, who will settle it behind his net. Give it away to Van Wy. Coughed up at center ice. Walters will handle it. Quick pass to Michael Kim with a quick swig of water. He's back in the fold. His pass to Grant, intercepted by Chukarov and dug away by Garrett Van Wy. 1:40 remaining in OT. And the Icemen with puck possession for just a second time in this overtime stanza. Behind Vernon's net. Inside 90 seconds to go in the third. Both teams with just one shootout game on the season. Icemen in on goal, 4-on-4 still. Blue line, handled by Lang. Goes near end to the veteran Christopher Brown. Brown lends it back to Lang. 1:15 to go in OT. Blue line, Van Wide down low. Brown, stick lifted by Denis. A great work by the Royals rookie forward. Able to deny that slot shot from Brown. Cross crease, they shot lifted over the net. Brown got it back. Could not bank it in on goal. Near corner, Jacksonville wins the battle along the boards. Keeps the pressure alive. Final minute of OT. Stepping up, dangling, forehand. Lost the puck in his grasp was Logan Cockrell. And then punished into the near boards by Walters. Puck carved away. Royals catching Jacksonville in a line change. 2-on-1. Denis dangles on his backhand. Punted out of the zone by Luan. And rifled in deep by Michael Kim. Will connect near end for Miller. Miller scoops it up. 30 seconds to go in OT. On his backhand, Miller up ice. 3-on-3. Royals now get their fourth player in the mix. Stucker off the bench. In on goal. Forehand. On net. Save. Rebound. Fandor. Miller unable to bury it with plenty of connection against Vernon in goal. We play on 4-on-4 with 13 seconds ticking down in overtime. Primo, blue line, shot Miller. Paddled away by Vernon. Forehand board, Stucker. He'll settle to Vernon. Miller on his backhand to Primo, intercepted. 2 seconds. A breakaway. And goal. Shot and a save by Taylor. Horn sounds. And to a shootout we go for the second time this season, where the Royals looking to make it 2-0 in shootouts on the year. Why not keep going? We only have 2 more games in the next 3 days between these two clubs. And both teams' second shootout games of the season. Jacksonville 0-1 in shootout affairs, suffering a loss in the shootout just 6 games ago, 5-4 versus Greenville on January the 4th. Well, it was Reading earning a shootout victory in their first game of the calendar year over the Worcester Railers at the DCU Center on January the 3rd. Both teams already with a point earned. It'll be Reading looking to capture the second here with the skills competition between the best 3 skaters on both teams and the netminders Ty Taylor of Reading and Matt Vernon of Jacksonville here tonight. Logan Cockrell, the speedy pesky forward, will step up to the plate in the top of the first for Jacksonville, going left to right on the 25-year-old from Richmond, British Columbia, Ty Taylor. Cockrell goes wide right, skates in with a left stick handle, forehand, dangles through the legs of Taylor, scores. Rolled right off his stick blade, pump faking backhand, and the puck kept rolling. Splits Taylor's 5-hole, and Cam Cook, with goals in each of his last 2 games, will step up the first shooter for the Royals in the shootout. With Jacksonville 1-for-1, Cook looking to make it 1-for-1 for Reading. Right to left, skates in forehand, shot on goal, and a toe save by Vernon steers aside the Royals' first shootout attempt. Brody Crane, his 37th professional career game out of Union, Ontario. He'll take the first shot here in round 2. Goes wide left, skates in forehand, backhand shot, and a slump save by Ty Taylor with a mitt. And Matt Miller, who scored the shootout game-winning goal for the Royals in that 4-3 win over Worcester on January 3rd. He'll step up here in the bottom of the second round. Miller, right to left skating. Goes right, then down the middle, forehand. Tucks it back in, and a split save by Matt Vernon. Vernon has experience in the shootout here in this arena. It was his last start as a Royal. Game against the 12-year Lions back in 2023. Suffered the loss that night, and with a goal here for Jacksonville skater and Ben MacArthur, it could be a win for Vernon. Shot on goal, a pad save by Taylor. Now lends it to a needed goal from the Royals ECHL All-Star representative last season, and the Woodridge, New Jersey native Matt Brown. So many options, a large skill set. What will Matt Brown use on the former Royal Matt Vernon? Brown, wide right, skates in, forehand, backhand, on goal. Vernon makes the left pad save at the goal line and ends it in a shootout with Jacksonville victorious and a come-from-behind victory over the Royals. 5-4 will be your final tonight in round 1 of 3 over 4 days between Reading and Jacksonville. A point earned for the Royals tonight, establishing a 3-game point streak, but the second point earned for Jacksonville, who snap earn a win now in 4 of the last 5 games overall, and do so on the shoulders of Matt Vernon, who was locked down in the third period, overtime, and 3 for 3 in the shootout against all of Royals' attackers. That being Cam Cook, Matt Miller, and Matt Brown. A final wrap-up to tonight's shootout loss for the Royals. On the other side of the final word from our broadcast sponsors, league partners here on the Royals Broadcast Network, on Flow Sports, our Mixler streaming app, and our internet broadcast on 99.3 FM. Presented by Dalvin Dental, visual dentist of the Reading Royals.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the ECHL, celebrating its 37th season of affordable family entertainment. The ECHL would like to recognize the following league sponsors: AMI Graphics, exclusive signage provider; Athletic Knit, official jersey supplier; Barron Rings, official championship ring supplier; Bellevue University, official higher education partner; BFL Canada Insurance and Sutton Special Risk, sponsors of the 2025 ECHL Hall of Fame induction ceremony; Dash, official mobile auction platform; The Fairley Group, official commercial insurance provider; Flow Sports, exclusive streaming provider; Hotel Planner, official hotel reservations partner; Howie's Hockey Tape, exclusive hockey tape and lace provider; In Glasgow, exclusive puck provider; Prolific One, exclusive secondary ticketing partner; and Warrior, exclusive on-ice equipment provider and title sponsor of the 2025 ECHL Hockey Heritage Weekend. Catch all of the ECHL action live in high definition by logging on to FloHockey.tv.
5-4, your final score in shootout. The Icemen complete the come-from-behind victory over the Reading Royals here at Santander Arena on this Friday night, January the 17th. The third all-time duel between the Icemen and the Royals, and it's Jacksonville improving the all-time series record for themselves 2-1 against Reading, while the Royals, they'll set up a